evening, everybody. Dadman Walking 55 here, and with me is the great, glorious, and beautiful Mrs. Dadman Walking 55. How are you, my love?
I am doing fine, thank you.
All right.
Ah, see, I changed it up. You can't do it. Yay! Sorry,
You
I just
did.
saw who was here.
Yay, Daisy. Yay. Good to see you, Daisy. Hey, welcome.
Hello,
Oh,
hello.
absolutely. Man, I tell you what, they, Hey,
Oh, sorry.
Hey, welcome.
Okay, sorry about that.
Exactly. So, but basically,
Excuse me.
folks, welcome. You know what? Have you recovered from this weekend? I guess you didn't have too
Oh,
much.
yeah, I slept during the thing, so yeah, I'm fine.
Right in front of me.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
I couldn't sleep on the bed, so
yeah. Well,
that's
hey, 30 hours of streaming between Friday from 3 o'clock till like 1 o'clock last night. Wow,
well,
that was fun.
you're crazy, but
I'm a
that's okay.
man. Hey, kick it all to monetization. Why not?
Yes.
Maybe we'll do something stupid like that. But
Mm.
never change. Just keep having fun with the great people that we have here. We are up. Actually, we got 2 more subs last night, and we are now up to 337 subscribers on the
Oh,
YouTube.
wow,
Thank you so
wow.
much. And it was a great opportunity last night. Met some new people that came through and came along. One that's relatively new. So, we usually banter and talk for a few minutes and give people time to get those notifications and to give everybody a chance to get in here before we jump in the heart of the
I
show.
think we should reward those that are here early and just start.
Well, that's true with that too. I have something to say, especially their promptness is something. But
Yes.
well, do we have a secret? Here, wait a second. I know what I can do. I know what I can do I know what I can do. Give me 1 second.
Oh no, he's on the fly, Miss Daisy. Let's see what he does. Oh no. I have listened to my
Yes.
voice on some of the playback stuff, and oh
Mm,
my gosh, I did not realize how much I do not care for my voice.
there you go, Daisy. And
Oh,
put pepper.
look at that.
Hey.
Is that not the cutest? Oh, I think the face, oh my gosh, I think it's the cutest little face ever. I love cow faces too. I think they're so adorable. Their eyes.
This there's a
Well,
special story about this one. Shall we wait till later, or should we
yeah,
give
we
them
can
this?
wait. We
Okay,
can
but
wait.
hey, just a little tease, a little good surprise for you guys that are in here early, like Daisy Blossom, Flower Child, and the great Buddy Hepburn. Good to
Yes.
see you.
Well, I got
Exactly.
to tell you, if you hear booming noises, we have people setting off mortars in
Yep.
our neighborhood. They're not even just fireworks.
Straight
They're
across the
like
street, a block
mortars.
over. Yeah. So
So if
we
you
weren't
hear
sure
a
what it
loud
was at first.
sound, it's that's what it is.
Exactly.
Um,
So hey,
but yes, oops, get off of
hey,
that screen.
sorry. Yeah, I did.
Golly.
At least I didn't have anything bad on it. So.
Why are
Uh,
they setting off mortars? Because they're stupid.
yes, it's Florida. It's Florida. Do we need a reason why?
Florida man.
Florida, man. But yeah, well, oh man. So we survived the weekend with the 24-hour stream, thanks to the great Lisa that joined me for the whole 24 hours and playing Fortnite. The Missus popped in, Stunning and Brave popped in to play, and then we had all kinds of new players. And I think I determined I played with 3 new people this
Oh
weekend, 3 new
wow.
streamers too. Uh, Raquel Appion um, and what's his name? What's his name? Sorry. Appion. We had Appion, Raquel, and WKG Gaming from Australia.
Oh,
Oh
how
my
cool.
goodness! We
Well,
we made it a worldwide affair too.
I thought of a name
Borders
for
without
for
borders.
my for my for my Kia, but I don't like it. So I need to research some more because I want to make sure I do it correctly.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's
So
fine.
depending on what name I find,
Right.
it might be a boy or girl car. I'm not sure yet.
Hmm. Well, it's important picking a name. in a car's life is a very important event. So
Yes, I want to make sure it's yes,
you got to make sure you check every translation and every possibility of what it might be. So,
yes. Well, not necessarily that. I just want to make sure I do it correctly
mm,
because I don't want to be disrespectful of the language.
yeah,
And names are very important. Um, and so I just want to make sure I do it right. And so,
you know,
um,
hmm
so we'll
I
see.
just noticed something. God, I think we actually stumbled into Montana once because of the credit card charges, but towards the western side of the route. But
Or it might have had its offices there.
well, that little top of Wyoming there, where that peak goes, the northernmost point. I think that probably was when we came down that big road. Uh,
Maybe
do we have? Hopefully, you have some of those pictures tonight too.
down over the big road.
Yeah, you remember the one with the streams and stuff like that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I
So,
probably, if it was on the journey,
yes.
if it was like just on the way to another place, I
Yeah.
only picked one picture because we have so much stuff
Oh, we
to
do, we
do
do. But we
today.
love the running water.
Yes,
I love the running water. And Daisy Blossom also names her cars. Wow.
yes.
Yep. That's cool. I've heard of a lot of other people
Well,
that do
I
that.
know that Quan is being strong, and that's a masculine name. Um, but I saw another one, and I thought I wrote it down, but I might have thrown the paper away. So I have to research it again and try to find the name again.
And I will tell you, folks, this damn Kia, I'm sorry, damn is used good for emphasis. This thing was fun, and you're going to see a little bit tonight of why this car was fun, and you'll see why it was important to have something like a Kia in some of those spots. So,
Yes.
and hello, Jeremy.
Hello, hello.
Good to see you tonight, sir. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in.
I keep listening to the videos to
Hmm.
see when I can tell when the AC belt starts. The AC belt
Yeah,
starts. Not
I
yet. It doesn't sound bad yet.
I think it started probably on that return trip out because I thought I heard something up on our multiple time on the um, Continental Divide. I think when we stopped there, I think I heard something there, but
Hmm.
I kind of at that point you just ignore it. You know, it's
Well,
too
what
late.
can you do about it?
Yeah, yeah, exactly that type of thing. So hey, but thanks everybody for being here. We got 6 here already. Hit that like button, share it out with everybody. Bring your friends and all in, and let's have some fun tonight. You're going to really enjoy these next 2 nights. These next 2 nights are just an incredible, beautiful scenery around the country. If you're from overseas, you're going to love what we show.
Well, tonight we drive from Wall, South Dakota
Hmm.
to Cody, Wyoming,
Wow,
which
which is
I
so
think
like
I
it's
was
like
looking to see if I could tell where it was at on this thing on the map. I think it's like from 14 maybe to 38 on our background, 14 to
mhm.
39 maybe, something
That's
like
what I
that,
was thinking. I was thinking 14 or 17 maybe
somewhere
to
around
30
there.
to 39. Yep, definitely 39. But I
I
tell you what, I think that top part was, that where it bends up was, you remember when we went up that really, really high part and really had to come down where we saw those the melted snow runoffs?
mm-hmm.
That's where I think that was because of those curves in there. But
But we didn't charge anything there. That makes no sense.
no, over in the west, close to the
Mm.
the Yellowstone, because it technically West
Oh,
Yellowstone is in Montana, actually.
well, maybe. Who knows?
I
Who
don't know.
knows?
So we can claim we were in Montana.
Okay.
I should have paid more attention and said, screw it, we're going to make sure we go into Montana and Idaho
Uh,
just for the fun of it.
okay.
Well, if
Well,
you're that
next time
close,
we go up and do that, I got a book, The Official Guide to Yellowstone, and it's really, I wish we had it to begin
oh,
with.
oh,
But
Shoot. You
this
know what
might
I wish? I'm sorry. Shut up, Donald. So,
this might be fun to do again. Um,
hungry boy. Hey, hungry for
oh,
kinder days.
hello.
Hola, folks. So happy for this. All right.
Awesome.
Good to see you tonight, and hope you will not be disappointed in this tonight.
I hope.
So, so you found a book?
Yeah, I found the book. Well, I bought it at Yellowstone. It's the official guide. Um, gosh, it has a lot of stuff in it. It would be fun to do it again
Mm.
and and kind of use this book as a guide. I kind of found out oh, those blackbirds were ravens, by the way, not
Ah,
crows.
Ravens. All right. Well, you know
It's
what I just wish that I could do? I wish they would have told me now about chance to volunteering for these review committee things, because I would definitely pick flipping South Dakota.
oh yeah, that would be fun.
I would definitely pick it in a heartbeat,
Mm.
especially I think Pierre is the capital. I mean, I'd be right. Yeah, it's like close to everything up there. Dang, Oh well, we tried, but hey, didn't get picked, I guess. So who knows? But hey, all righty, Mrs. Hey, we got 9 people hanging out with us. We're about 13 minutes in. So, anything else before we get started?
No, wish send me good vibes because I've got a lot of stuff going on that I'm doing behind the scenes to
Yes.
keep to show stuff. So hopefully I don't
We got 10 people watching, so no pressure. Thank you for this. And
no
listen,
pressure at all.
yeah, but I tell you
If
what,
I
you will hear a
I
lot.
dad man it. It's okay.
Well, you will hear a lot from the missus tonight because y'all heard a lot from me over the last 30 hours, And tonight, like I said, sit back, relax, get your snacks in the back seat with us and enjoy the ride with us because it's really, really,
Some of
really nice ride.
some of the drives are just you can kind of see the hairpin turns and and I was afraid of heights and we were on the outside and not good, not good. Made me very nervous, but anyway, it was fun.
Yep.
So,
All righty.
well,
Well,
are we ready?
I think so. We got 10 people waiting. And so
Okay.
let's go, I guess let's go ahead and go and
Dun
not
dun dun
hold them
dun
up.
dun. Dun. Day 7 of our 16-day adventure with my
Yay.
Kia, who I'm not quite sure his name yet. I'm still working on it. I thought I had one, but I don't think I did it correctly. So I need to make sure we have the right one.
Mm-hmm.
So day 7,
Absolutely.
we're on our way to Mount Rushmore. Yay!
Yay.
And we found along the way this wooden bridge. Now, this is a picture from our dash cam. And I wish we got more pictures, but I kind of screwed up and I should have taken the card out as soon as we got home or as soon as we got away from here. But I didn't, so it wrote a lot of it.
Mm.
But we got some pictures. So this is one of them on the way to Rushmore. And gosh, it's a pretty darn good picture if I don't say so myself. I mean, if I do say so myself.
There you go.
And yes, yes. Hungry says that. Yeah, yes.
Just so hobbity. All right.
And here's some as we drive closer to it. And I believe it goes around, does a hairpin, and then we go over the bridge.
Right. Exactly. That's what you'll see what it's described, in that sign later. Yeah. This is really a cool bridge to drive on. Like I said, the Kia was a perfect vehicle with the weather too. Just put the windows down and just enjoy the breeze this whole time, folks. Right around Memorial Day.
So that is today. This day is Memorial Day.
All right.
Because remember we went to Rushmore on Memorial Day.
Exactly. And we left.
What were we thinking?
Well, actually, we left at the crack of dawn.
We did it.
We abandoned the family and left them at the hotel. We got moving, and but also one of our other routes one of the other stops got canceled because they were having major work on the park. So we said skip it, and we got onto Rushmore much earlier than
Yes.
we planned.
Yes. So, um, we actually, so I'm going to give a little disclaimer here how we did this. We actually went to Mount Rushmore first and then did Iron Mountain Road. And the reason we did that is because we were going to go from Rushmore here and then do Iron Mountain Road, which is here, and then go down to Custer State Park, if you can see where my cursor's going. But it is recommended that you do Iron Mountain Road on the way to Mount Rushmore, and there's a reason why. And we're going to I'm kind of doing it backwards, like the way that you should do it, so that you can kind of get the idea. But some of the driving is off because we're obviously going the other direction, but you'll get an idea of what it
Mm-hmm.
is. So, Iron Mountain Road starts right down here.
All right.
It's You want to read all the stuff that's on it that you had to drive?
Yes, let us do this. I'm actually putting this out, another tweet out in a different
Okay.
communities while we're doing this. So I'm multitasking. But yes, this, folks, was a really, really fun drive. We did it backwards. 17 miles. I guess it's US 16A. Uh,
Hmm.
17 miles, 314 curves, 14 switchbacks. I'm not quite sure what a switchback is. 3 pigtails, three tunnels, 2 splits, 4 presidents, and a partridge in a pear tree.
I think switchbacks are the hairpin turns.
No, probably so, yeah.
And pigtails are things that you kind of go, kind of like what we saw on that bridge that we did. You drive and you go around and then
Mm-hmm.
go kind of looks like a pigtail.
Yeah, it did, because I think it was around the bridges specifically.
Yeah.
I think it was near the bridge. Like it said, like the name said, it looks like a pigtail. Like
Yeah.
you'd braid some hair like that.
Yeah, it was crazy. This road was they made it either for you to hike it
Mm-hmm.
or to drive it. And
Mm.
and
Well, welcome, Glenda Sherman.
oh,
Yes, Curly
welcome,
Q
Glenda.
Bridge.
Yes.
Curly Q Bridge. Yes.
And you had to go like they really recommended 15 miles an hour, 17, so you can really enjoy it. And you really did. So here we go. So like I said, we're doing this backwards than the way we did. So if you're driving it the way you're supposed to toward Mount Rushmore, which is right here, you would first go to the Scoville Johnson Tunnel. If I pronounce these incorrectly, I apologize. Yeah. Oh, did you see what B from O?
Hey, B from O.
So
Hey. Hey, Dadman and gang. Sounds like a fun motorcycle road. It actually is up there, because I don't know if it was you. I think was it you that asked me about Sturgis? If you have a motorcycle, there's a lot of people up there. I can see why
a lot of
Sturgis is
motorcyclists
popular.
drive this.
Yeah, they were all on this road too. So yeah, basically it's a spiral type bridge, or a pigtail bridge. It's Helix Bridge. It loops over its own road is what it comes down
Yeah,
to. So
it
curly
goes
Q,
like
like Glenda
goes
said.
goes phew, and then it
But
drives
yeah,
over itself. Okay,
yeah.
so the Schofield Johnson Tunnel,
Mm-hmm.
and then here's some video of us driving up. This is about 3 minutes of video, but you can kind of see the curves, the driving. This is from our phone, a little switchback. I believe that's what that one is called.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk. I'm sorry.
Oh no, please listen.
I'm
I've talked
sorry.
for
I'm
30
just,
hours. You're excited. Go ahead, please. I mean, they like hearing from you.
I do,
Yeah,
but
I like this.
the only
I
good
can
thing
see
about
Gandalf in the tunnel.
their curves is that they do put guardrails on most
Yeah,
of them.
most.
Um, I'm probably having little meltdowns here as we're driving, because I'm so not happy with heights.
No, she's not. She really isn't. It was
I,
quite interesting, as you'll see later. But yeah, it was a really good. This was a fun. this was a very it was incredibly fun to drive in a sporty little car. I will say.
Hmm.
I'm glad we did not have the van. The van would have been it just would have been big, and this is really
It was
calls for
fun.
something sporty, like a motor, even a motorcycle. You know, motorcycle would be good. Small
I
car
wish
would
I
be cool.
wasn't terrified of riding a motorcycle because I think this would be fun to ride a motorcycle.
Oh, get a
Motorcycle.
if you can afford it, get a convertible and take this. Pop the
Oh,
top down and
yes.
uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
curve too tight, act my nerves.
Oh,
Yeah, and Deborah Wade, welcome, Deborah. Little no anxiety was very high. Don't lie.
oh, yes, it was very hot. Yes. I chattered the whole time we were driving.
I just sat
Uh,
back and relaxed. But I tell
no,
you
you
what,
didn't. You drove.
I know, but I drove. I actually enjoyed driving. I'm not one that likes driving a lot.
But you see how it just switchbacks and switchbacks and switchbacks.
And you see
Um,
here with the curve here,
you can kind of see,
camper coming the other direction.
yeah.
And here you go, B from O. Some bikes coming right up
We
here.
met a lot of bikers. Like stayed at an overpass. We stopped at an overpass, and there were a lot of bikers there.
Yep, yep.
But you drive and you enjoy it.
Keep driving. It just keeps going. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Thanks for coming in and sharing this trip
And
with us
here we
tonight.
come
So
to a one-lane tunnel. They warned us about a one-lane tunnel. And here is the first one. This is Scoville Johnson, I believe it's called, tunnel.
I believe so. Yes. Yep. And people like honking before they went in, but some of them were honking the whole time. It was really, really crazy.
Well,
So,
they some of the well longer tunnels you have to do that because
and see, I didn't mind slowing down and let people pass. Some people just kept going. So I was like, let's take our time and sit back and relax. And Deborah said, Deborah said our truck was fun because we see down the
oh,
sides.
you know what?
Yes,
I could see down the sides well enough in our little
yes.
Kia. It was
Wait till
more
you
than enough.
see.
Okay,
Wait till
so
you
here, I
see
guess
another one later.
I guess let's
Yeah, the
see.
curves come out of nowhere. Yeah, they kind of
Oh,
do.
and see, we did not drive. I did not get video of us driving through this one, I guess.
Hmm.
But this is what you see through the tunnel, Mount Rushmore. So
Hmm.
that's the little surprises at each one of the tunnels. There's three of them. On the other side, if you're going toward Mount Rushmore, you see Mount Rushmore, and it was planned that way. So we went to Scoville Johnson Tunnel. That was that, and now we were at Norbeck Overlook, which had this wonderful
Hmm.
view of Mount
Did you want to
Rushmore.
explain why it was planned that way at this point, or were you going to do that a little bit later?
It was planned that way for tourism to get people to come to Mount Rushmore.
Because it's though that's but specifically it was designed to where the road pointed you right at the.
Yes, it was to direct you to Mount Rushmore, and they wanted um, the engineers. They wanted that. That was just the part of it.
And I tell
Um,
you what, I know that was one of the great things about being there in the day. You could see it for what it was designed like that,
right.
for that purpose and stuff. Yeah, and it truly is inspiring.
And
So.
then we got to our next tunnel, which was the CC Gideon Tunnel. Now these are named out of people that had some either integral part in Rushmore or the Ironman Road. I do not know. I do not know who they are except for the last one because I took a picture of his placard. Um, but this one was kind of cool because why was it cool?
It was broken in the middle.
It
I don't
was
know whether it was designed as two tunnels, or, I mean, one tunnel that broke apart, or if it was, two separate parts from the beginning. It was really interesting
so
because you could walk through and, and they
yeah,
really echoed, but this one didn't echo as much, because there's a big hole between the two.
right. So this is going to be us driving through it. Now we're going toward Rushmore in this drive. So um, it's kind of hard because you can kind of see right there, Rushmore's right there. but it does the camera does flare out.
Yeah, this is where we took and went backward, went the way we should have gone.
See, I'm pausing it, but see, there's Mount Rushmore right there.
Exactly. And welcome to Masters Maniac Mexico. Good to see you tonight, my friend. This has exactly what I need. Impressive Mother Nature and genius mankind engineering brought together. Thank you for sharing with us, and good evening. Good evening to you too.
You're
And I
welcome.
hope you heard. And I hope you heard what she said, that it's was designed this way. You could just see that Mount Rushmore in 3 different spots. Glenda, I bet the trailer was interesting, Glenda. And hello, Squeaka. Whoa, love the tunnels. There were some outside Cody. Absolutely, absolutely.
And then there's the
Wait till you
view.
see how narrow these got, though, folks. So
Yes.
you have.
Then we went through some narrow ones.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the view from that tunnel we took with the camera.
Yep. Now remember, we stopped and looked back because we had hit Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
First
we
thing in the
actually
morning.
went this direction, but I'm showing the video. I'm kind of trying to do it as we're driving, the way that we probably should have. That's recommended to do.
If we had driven this direction, we would not have done what came up with our special
Yeah.
friend and stuff later in the day. We took the most time efficient route, which made us go by Rushmore first. Which honestly,
Oh,
we kind of thought about, the presidents. It's nice, but we were really excited about some of the
no,
other
no.
nature stuff down the road.
In hindsight,
Mm-hmm.
I did not realize it was Memorial Day the day that we went. In hindsight, I think us going early was we missed the crowds.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that was just dumb luck on us.
Well,
So
yeah,
if
but
you
you know
kind of
what?
look,
We did have priorities. We had to
yes,
prioritize. This was probably our busiest day,
oh gosh, yes,
and with what was coming down later in the day, we really were looking forward to that. And these are nice. It was nice. I will say we've been there,
yes,
but it's kind of like, okay. I mean, we're about to see some really, really cool stuff. I'll shut up.
yes,
You're in
yes,
charge. You do
yes.
great.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry. I'm sorry.
You're so excited, and I'm rambling.
I
I'll
know.
stop.
But if you look
Okay.
here, this shows that all that curvy area that we just drove, that on the map, that was all that we just drove. And now we're at the tunnel, and that's what we saw. Now we drive a little more. We saw a bridge, so we had to take a picture of it. Why? Because it's a bridge, and that's underneath of the bridge.
Yeah, and so many wooden bridges and stuff. That was
Yes.
awesome.
And now this is the only person that we know anything about because I took this picture. And the last tunnel with the best view of Mount Rushmore was named after him. He was the state historian from 1901 to 1926. He wanted to carve a legendary figures of the American West into the Black Hills Needle Formation. He believed the monument would be a special attraction to draw visitors to the scenic landscape and develop tourism to diversify the state economy. He shared the idea with a senator, Norbeck, which the Norbeck overpass was named after, who provided key political support. He enlisted the artist Gutzon Borglum, and agreed that on presidents as the
Orgulum.
subjects, Borglum, and Mount Rushmore was as the best site. They worked with state legislatures for funding. They coordinated with Norbeck for Borglum's initial visits. They promoted the association. The final design for the Mount Rushmore National Memorial was built from 1927 to 1941. They also named a mountain after this gentleman to honor the father of Mount Rushmore. So this is this um, the trolls are busy, yes, in the forest with all the other
Creatures, critters,
creatures, critters.
critters. Yeah, absolutely. So,
So
hey,
here is us driving through the tunnel, going the way to Mount Rushmore.
and Try to keep your eye on the sidewalls too, folks.
Paul, as you can see,
Yeah.
they kind of shine from the minerals that are in there.
Oh
Now,
yeah, there's
if you put
minerals
your eyes
everywhere.
right here, it should, hopefully it will unglare. And as you come out, there's Mount Rushmore right there. Is that not so cool?
Yep. Really, really cool. And you could see very easily from that
Yes,
distance. That's what amazed me the most.
yes. This is like, I just did kind of like a three-step thing here.
Hmm.
I had fun doing these slides. Can you guys tell? Our little Kia is driving around a bit. So
Yeah.
here, and then see how you can see it. We're not even through the tunnel, and
Yeah.
then you can see Mount Rushmore, and then that's a little closer. So to me, that's just like really cool.
Really, it truly is. So, folks, these 2 nights are really going to be very special. I mean, the whole trip was special, but I think these 2 nights really are where the
That's some of the neatest
bulk,
stuff.
bulk
Not
of
counting
the,
Yellowstone.
yeah, exactly. So it's going to be amazing. If you love this, it's wonderful. If you like tunnels, it'll be wonderful. So, hey, make sure y'all hit that like button. Share this out with everybody but hey, if not, hey, y'all sit back, enjoy the ride with us tonight. The missus is thrilled and excited. Like she said,
Whoops.
get your snacks in the background, in the back seat, and hop in with us and enjoy the ride. So, all righty.
So, and then our next stop after
Yep.
we drove all this, which was
I don't know that they would allow you to do that, but that's probably a good thing to do. So, live in
was
a
Mount
tunnel.
Rushmore.
National treasure, Glenda says.
Yes. Yes. But I really love seeing it. But it's like one of those things that once you see it, it doesn't change. So I'm kind of like, okay, now I would love to do Iron Man Road again. I think that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but so here's that, and this is a picture I actually took with my camera. So I love that one. And I think I
I did
read
not realize
somewhere,
you. I did not realize you got that much of a close up on it.
yeah,
Wow.
this, um, I think I read that they were thinking maybe of doing more, like with their jack coats or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was,
Oh, the story
yeah.
was that they were supposed to make the whole bodies.
Oh, really?
They were supposed to make the whole bodies, and then either lack of funding or they just gave up or something, or there was terrain, there was some issue that kept them
Hmm.
from uh, building the entire bodies. So that's what one of the workers had said.
Hmm.
So you can,
And each one of these, there's a reason they're there.
yes, exactly.
And I can't. Do you remember what they were? I'm
Will
testing you.
uh, Master said, "Sir, will do, sir. Enjoying." Squeaka says she's going back to Yellowstone next year. Yay!
Awesome,
I
awesome. I have
do
a
not blame
book.
you.
We got this official guide. I was saying it earlier, and I wish I had this when we went because it has so much information in here.
Mm, well,
Um, so,
well,
uh,
Mrs., if you want to go back, we can go back. So
mm,
I'm ready to go.
okay.
Damn, that is amazing. It surely is.
so, so,
And
so,
Glenda said lack of funding. So,
so
but
you skirted my question. Do
I
you
know
know?
I'm getting into it. I'm getting into it because they all presidents were of significance. Well, Washington because he was the first.
Yeah, no
Roosevelt,
problem.
the one that I could not understand was Roosevelt, but because he was a conservationist, is
Hmm.
why that they picked him.
Hmm.
Lincoln, I I don't remember Lincoln. Jefferson, I think because I don't know. I forget the other two.
I
Oh
think
hey,
I think Lincoln was with the
you got invited,
Unification.
Mrs. You already got invited.
Oh, yay! Okay, I'll bring my book. I'll bring my book and I'll get some walking sticks and some good hiking shoes so I can actually do stuff.
Do I get to go too, or do I have to stay home and work?
You have to work so that I can pay.
Oh gosh, yeah, y'all too get lost.
Tell her
Just don't
about
pull the just don't pull the black plug and park Oh, it's a joke from last night. Yeah, it's just
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
There's
I'm
a
going.
big.
I don't understand. I was so
You wait for the
confused.
men in black guys to show up behind
Oh,
you.
oh, yeah, yes. So,
Oh,
so
yes,
from here,
exactly. Hungry hit it with the Roosevelt National. The Founder Parks was one of the others. Yeah,
yes,
you can see him in the back because of the conservation. I think Lincoln, because of the Civil War,
the
established
unification.
him, the unification. Ja- Washington, because he was the first president and he was not really like the revolutionary leader. Jefferson, I think, because he was the writer.
Uh, yeah,
I yeah,
the independence. Yeah,
yeah,
he was
yeah.
the
So there's, but like you said, there's a story behind each one and why they were there.
yes.
Yeah. So yeah, but it was supposed to be full bodies, like Glenda said. Lack of
Mhm.
funding, they stopped.
If I found my little Mount Rushmore pamphlet, which is somewhere in this stack of papers that I brought back, I probably could have told you, but I,
Yeah,
I don't know what. So that's a question for you all to research yourself later.
I didn't know that Lincoln had a flat head though. Look at this angle; he's got like a flat.
I know he
Yeah,
does that, and he, yeah.
sorry. Uh,
And then our next stop, which if you saw, like I said, we actually started at Mount Rushmore
mm-hmm,
and then drove down Iron Road because Custer State Park is at the other end of
mm-hmm.
the Iron Mountain Road.
Can I say
And
something real quick?
yeah,
Okay. The hungriest point. Yeah, I just like the face is more powerful. I actually agree with that. I think had they built the
mhm,
full bodies, it would have lost the effect. Just there's something about the big heads that are there with that. That I just
yes.
want to touch on that point. And like you said here, this is why we now you're going to see why we hit the uh, Rushmore first, then did the Iron Mountain Road. Now we're coming into Custer State Park because it's moving in one direction.
Oh,
So
wow. Glenda, I didn't know that. That's cool.
what's that? This one?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Very cool. So our next stop is Custer State Park, where we met a very sweet lady, and
Yes.
you can
We'll have to put her link out in the chat too in a little
yes,
bit. You're throwing it to me now. Hey,
yes,
well,
I am.
listen. I tell you, when I commented on their video or something once, and I asked about an area, the great Eagle Rider Rosetta. I don't know how many of you know Eagle Rider Rosetta as a YouTube streamer. She's done a lot of stuff with Macany over the years, and she's got her own channel. And she just reached back to me and said, "Hey, when are y'all coming?" And she offered to give us a tour. Really, like really eagerly and really wanting to, very voluntary. And it's like, sure, yeah. And and that's another reason why we kind of prioritized the early part of the day so we could get there. And we met her at the entrance of Custer State Park here. And we spent the day, yes, after dark 2019. I do remember you from last night. Welcome back. But Eagle Rider was sitting at the park entrance, where we came from, waiting for us to get there. And we had a uh, great time
Visit
together.
time together, absolutely.
We
And
spent
it was
probably
so
a
neat.
whole day together. Probably
Yes,
about 8
because we
hours.
went here and then we went to Crazy Horse Memorial. Um,
You tell them, Masters. Yeah, hit that like button. Sorry, Mrs. Yes.
um, so yes, it was very, very nice. Uh, so we were at Custer State Park and we
So
kind of
we met her there at the entrance, and then
mhm,
we went into the visitor center, followed her to the
yeah.
visitor center to
And
pay the fee.
this is one of the neat things we also like doing when we travel. If we have the opportunity to meet fellow streamers or people that we know from the Bird app or wherever, we get to meet them and have some spend some time with them. And we've just met some lovely, lovely people that
Hmm.
way.
We met
And
Lorena Creole. We met Clobbering Times on this trip. You know,
we've met Culture and
yeah.
Eagle Rider. It's just been just some lovely people, and so we're just so that's one of the joys that we have when we can connect with people in some of these journeys that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So now,
And
yeah,
Yummy. Sorry, Yummy.
hey, Amy. Daisy, now
Yummy.
we got to get over to your neck of the woods and come and visit you guys.
Oh, Daisy. Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
we got to put the.
we should have just gone west then.
Oh, we'll have to do a west trip
I think
sometime.
we'll have to fly out there though. I love
Yeah.
driving, but anyway,
So on to Custer State Park.
yes. Without further ado, but
Without
smash that like
further
button,
ado.
like Master said. Otherwise, he might.
Oh, and
Uh
here's something we saw on the way.
ooh,
We didn't see one, but two.
and just look, they have the right. They have the right of way when you're on these roads too.
I always feel that we're encroaching in their home,
Well, I
and
also don't
we
want to
need
hit
not be.
one. I also don't want to hit one because they can do severe damage. But I'll be quiet. Y'all watch. There's three.
There's three, and those are, I believe. What are those? Are those pronghorns?
Those might be the pronghorns. Those are not regular deer. I don't
Those,
think.
I believe, are pronghorn. I was wondering if they were. Yeah, I think those are pronghorns. And he's like, I'm just going to sit here for a second. And we're like, okie doke. He's like, oh, okay, goodbye.
Yep. Ta-da.
And then
So
there's just, so what? Go ahead. I just went
oh
to the next because of
oh no,
video stuff.
I was just being quiet so people could enjoy the deer because I mean, Hungary's gorgeous and
Hmm.
Daisy's is beautiful. So now we're coming up some more where we get into some of the bison territory. Um,
Yeah, this is just some landscape on the way there. No bison yet.
oh, hello to the
That was
go,
the one
Debbie.
thing.
Hi, Debbie KEJ Gaming. Good to see you. Big
Hey,
yo.
there were two things I wanted to see on this trip really, 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 really bad. I wanted to see bison and I wanted to see a bear, preferably from my vehicle, not out on in
What? You didn't want to
the
give a
wild.
bear a hug? Like we're sort
No,
of poopas.
no.
Yeah.
Um, so
Howdy. Howdy,
we the
Castle.
first one gets fulfilled fairly early on in the trip, which is like today.
Exactly. Their bison were plentiful. But
Yes.
let me say real quick hi to Castle. We said hi to WKG Gaming. Master says to come back to food. Roasted pine seems super delicious. Even on a tree, see another way to decor my meat with. Stunning's here. Hey,
Hello,
guys.
hello.
Good to see you all come in here. Oh, Squeaker said they saw three bears.
We saw actually, I think we saw uh, at least
Two.
two in Yellowstone.
Two. We were a little distant, though. So, hey.
And that's okay. They can be far away. I saw them. I could tell they were bears.
Well, Sort of Poopas always asks us if we want to hug. So I'm like, well, go hug a bear. But anyway, don't do that, folks. I'm kidding, obviously. So, you know. Plus, also, they have all their rules and stuff about that,
Yeah.
too. So, all right. Without further ado, I'm sorry. Everybody's catching up in the chat. Y'all say hi to everybody,
If
but make
I
sure you
didn't say
hit that
hi to
like button while
someone
you're
in the
here.
chat, I'm sorry. Like, hi, Stunning. Hi,
No, I'm
Castle.
catching an eye on them.
So,
I'm catching on. They're stunning. You know, he's always here.
I,
Castle's here.
yeah, I think,
WKG was here.
oh, I know. I just don't know if I said hi. So, here's the visitor center. It's kind of plain looking. But here
Uh,
they had some things in there, some birds.
mm-hmm.
Do you know what that bird is? I'm going to look and see if I can tell you.
Looks like it was some kind of a hawk, right?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what it
I
is.
think it's a hawk of some type.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with a
probably.
hawk.
Okay.
So are you looking that up real quick?
No.
Okay. That's awesome. But yeah,
And then
that's
just
probably a
they had some of
bobcat.
this. And then they talk some about the bison. And, we call them bison. Is it bison or buffalo? A falcon. I wonder if it is a type of falcon. That's what Hungry for Kinder Day says.
Mm.
It might be. But
Very
I thought
well.
this was interesting when they talk about bison or buffalo. But and it says both words are used interchangeably in North America. The correct name for this animal is American bison, which comes from the scientific name bison bison.
Hmm.
The common name comes from the French word for beef, le boeuf, le boeuf, I'm not saying it correctly, which was simplified into buffalo. Okay, I don't understand that, but so if you say buffalo and bison, it's interchangeable. I still like saying bison because I think they're bison.
Hey, what did Mama Bison say to her son when he went off to school?
Bison.
Okay. All right. Dun, dun, dun.
So they had a lot of informational stuff like this there. And this is about Needles Highway, which we'll see about. We're going through tomorrow, the real Needles Highway, Needles Tunnel.
No, did it?
And then look, and we saw our first bison.
I got it. Too. I'm sorry.
Yes.
To Bison, like listening to Duran Duran. Her name is Rio. I'm sorry. I'm old. Sorry.
So we
So
got to see our first.
this was definitely a boy bull, a boy bison.
Yes.
He left no doubt about it, folks. So, but this was also the friendly one, wasn't he? He's the one that got, as we shall see, got kind of cozy, didn't he?
Yes. Well, remember what Eagle Rider said is that a lot of times when the male bull uh, bison get older, they get
Hmm.
sent out of the herd, and that's why bison normally are not solitary. They're in
But
groups,
this one was.
and this is solitary. It's an older bison that was kind of pushed out of the herd, and so he's kind of on his own. And
Hmm.
she said that these bison like to mess around with the tourists. And you're crazy. I wouldn't feed a bison.
Well, there's a story at Yellowstone that we're going to talk about bison.
Yes.
So,
And
but yeah,
she said that these older bison like to mess around with the tourists, and they like to get in the middle of the road and kind of just stay there and just kind of hang out there. And this is what that one did. He
hmm,
was kind of headbutting that car. I think it was getting a little too aggressive trying to pass, and he's like, "Ah, yeah, no, um, oh,
yeah, 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 exactly.
Stunning said he fed the he was behind a fence.
Oh yeah, the petting zoo. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So Hungry Boy said, "I love bison, so powerful yet adorable, such wise faces."
I love
Oh
their faces. Oh,
wait,
you'll see a
oh
face.
yes,
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
exactly, exactly. Yemi said, "That's sad. Just like humans, leave out the old out to die." But it's not that they just do it that way, Yemi.
Yeah,
They
kind of.
usually get cantankerous. They actually mess with them. They hurt the young. There's certain things that happen, and so it becomes kind of like a group thing because of things that they've done with that.
They
But see,
must have had
this
a bad bison.
Brady Bison, so
So,
Grandpa Bison. But you know what's interesting? Rosetta had posted or tweeted a picture from the other angle about that car. That
mhm.
Bison was actually headbutted the car,
Yes,
which was really cool to see it from both rules. So
yes. And here's
exactly.
the close up. He uh, walked by the vehicle, and we got this picture, which I just love
Was
it.
that's the one where he was walking parallel to me, correct?
Yep, yep. And he just was walking with us as we were driving.
Yeah, and then do you have that one?
And that one, him just the soulful eyes. I just,
I wanted to get out and hug it. I mean, it was
oh
just, I mean,
no,
just, I,
I think
I
you're
know,
being
but
a bit,
it's,
but no.
yeah, fantastic. But it's like bison, they're big, adorable, and fuzzy. Yes, yes. But they are dangerous. They can be aggressive though. So
Yes.
yeah, and see even the bisons know the rules. They won't pull that plug. They can't afford the federal fines.
Gosh.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
but yeah, I tell you what, these things, this particular bison, I don't know if you had the video of it. actually walked parallel to the car
No, I don't
for
have the video.
maybe 10, 20 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so cool that he
And we
just
had our
walked.
window open. We could
Yeah,
have we could have reached our hand out and pet it,
yeah. And that's how
but we
you
did
got
not.
such a good shot on this one was
Yeah.
because he literally had walked with us and stood beside us the
It
whole
was like
time.
he was waiting. He was
Yeah.
like he stood there and he's like, "Okay, you have your picture?" And then and when I got the pictures, it was like, "Okay," and he just left. He
Mm,
was like posing.
yeah.
I want to
At
make
least
a puzzle out of this. I think this would make an awesome
I don't
puzzle.
know if you had the angle or Rosetta did with that where the actual this bison was actually headbutting the car on the other side. It was
No, I
really
don't
really
have that angle because
it
we were
might have been
behind.
the picture she had because you
Yeah.
could tell he was like bumping that car a little bit. So
Yeah, this is a right here. That's the best I have, where you can kind of see him hitting the
he's like,
in the car, and it's through the windshield, so it's not the best.
yeah. So, but
And
yes, and
here's
then
up
mini
at the
bison.
baby bison. Oh, are they not adorable?
Yes, they were. This was on a different curve, and we actually, you'll speed up, drive some, then all of a sudden you'll stop because everybody stops. They have to yield to them. Although some jackass was a little in a hurry and kind of did something to kind of
This
get
was
the less speed to move.
a
But
whole
yeah,
herd
it was a whole
crossed the
herd.
road.
Well, they were still walking across the road till somebody kind of got stupid, and
Yeah,
but I mean, you had the adults, you had the baby, and they were all moving, and that was what
yeah,
was so cool to actually see a flock moving.
yeah. And here you can kind of see them shedding their winter coat, um, like right there. That's why they look kind of shaggy.
Mm. And I just the babies. See, I'm actually, these pictures are really good pictures, especially the close up on them because I'm seeing more detail of the babies than
Mhm.
you see it in real life. So, you know,
And here's just them out in their group. I have lots of um I have a whole bunch of bison pictures.
yes, exactly.
I
Y-
just love the bison. I just think they're so cool.
Yeah, they shed every year. Yep.
Hmm. I we
Because
have actually we go to this place and it shows the summer coat and the winter
mm-hmm,
coat that they have because it snows up there. I mean they're in snow, so
yep.
yeah,
And
the
dad's
am-
dad,
the
dad man's
amount
favorite
of
thing.
red in the coats of the baby bison. Yeah, that
Yeah.
um
Can you
and
bring back one of the babies?
I guess every year they
There.
they look
Yeah.
to see if there's a white bison because that a white bison is sacred, and they people look every year to see if there's a white bison in the herd.
Mm-hmm. It's done. Jurassic Park. But Master says, fantastic pictures, awesome experience. Wow, guys.
Yeah, it it
Absolutely.
yes, it was really cool. And they're just like just the number
Mm-hmm.
up, and then what's that?
Prairie dog.
Prairie dog, and it was chirping too.
Yeah.
If you saw one of our last ones when we went to Prairie Dog Village, I don't know what the name of it was, but Dadman actually has a short where the prairie dog jumps up and they make this chirpy noise, and
Mama,
that's them communicating with the other prairie dogs in the
Ma,
area.
Mama Prairie dog came over with the babies because we were standing there. So, too. Let me see. Squeak want a hug one so bad. A bison?
A
Okay.
bison or a prairie dog?
Yeah, I figured a bison probably, but hey. But yeah, exactly. Especially the baby bison. They look really cute.
Oh,
So,
so
but
and then
what was so funny is that one stop we had where the kid said, "I got bit by one."
oh yeah, prairie dog. You're like, yeah, you need to go to the
And
doctor.
I'm like, the parents like, was looking at it like, I mean, because it was one of those where they were letting people feed them out in right next to the store and stuff, and it was just like, oh please, you know.
Yeah.
But Yemi will know that we actually heard about somebody that went to Mexico had a touristy thing with the monkeys involved, and ended up getting rabies because he got cut and scratched by it. So,
Mm,
the fuzzy wuzzy bison.
yes. I do.
Yeah,
I think they're adorable. I do. I love, like I say, I love the look. I actually got a bison puzzle because I
yeah.
love bison.
Well, you know what was that look? I don't know if it's how hard it's go back to, but that look with the one right by us with that face shot, that just the close up on just the eye, it just,
Yeah, it's soulful.
I
It's
mean,
soulful.
you could not have walked up and or you could not. That was just a life once in a lifetime shot that we had right there with that being so close with that and
Yeah.
seeing it. So it's awesome. So and hello to Sammy P.
Hello,
You know
hello.
who that is, right, Mrs.?
I know who that is.
Okay, just making sure. So, yo, Sammy, we got to get you in Fortnite one night too, buddy. Good to see you again, my friend. And Squeaka says, I owe my soul to prairie dogs.
Oh
Oh
no! Ah,
no. Oh no.
that's so sad.
Oh
It
no.
it happens. It
It
happens.
happens. It
But
happens.
it still is sad.
I know. Exactly. I
It's so
know.
sad.
Well,
So
well.
then, well, then after the prairie dogs, we saw something that.
Oh, look at Category said
Give me a little bit of that. Yes.
Samuel Jackson. Oh, man. All right. So we might have to do something for prairie dogs before we go. But
Yes.
okay, go ahead.
So then we saw this. You
Which we're
can
not
talk
quite
about
sure if this was supposed to be done this way, but it was kind of cool at the moment. Because there's a ranch out there, and
Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear the horses? Hey, Glenda, can you hear the horses? Oh, you can. Excellent. I want to make sure I did it right.
yeah,
But yeah, they just kind of blocked off the road and herded the horses across the street. So yeah, there's a. So those were that, and then that was on our way to here. Let me remove that from here because we're done with that one.
let's see. Yeah, Daisy said yes also.
Good, good,
Okay,
good.
well, okay, hold on. A quarter horse? What is a quarter horse?
It's a
Hungry said
type
there
of
was a
horse.
quarter horse there. Do you want to go back and see what that
No,
was
I
again?
really can't.
Oh, you can't go back. Oh man, I
I took
just
it off of the stream. Oh,
okay.
wait.
Oh,
Let me give me a second. We won't hear it, but let's see. Let's remove that. Let's I have to do some stuff here.
that's okay. We got time, folks. Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button if you're on the YouTube side. Subscribe if you haven't. Hey, follow us on the Twitch side. Thank you for being here tonight,
Okay,
hanging out
let's
with
see.
us and
Where's
enjoying
this?
the trip. So
Okay,
sit
what do I
back and
do?
relax. And
Okay, let's put that here. Let's put that here. Let's pause it.
oh, a quarter horse is the big one, the
Okay,
big
so
gun, like a
let's
Budweiser horse.
okay, let's add this to the stream and see if we can tell us if you see
Oh,
it.
hold on a second. Hold on. I think I've messed up something on my Twitch side.
Whoops.
Hold on one second. Give me a second.
I'm just looking. Was it one of the big one? Was it at the beginning? Oh, that one. Oh, that one right there.
Oh,
I bet
wait.
you is that it?
Yeah, that probably is it. Yeah, Sammy, I just turned emote only off. Sorry, Twitch people.
Oh,
So, Dadman boomered it because I had to be
well,
responsible for
usually
stuff.
I check it, but I was so there's that big one right
Or
there.
like she said, did you find a big apple booty?
I
So,
think it's this one. I don't see its booty side, but it looks like it.
yep. All right. And so everybody's loud and clear. So they heard you. Boomerism. Okay, Sammy. All right, but that was that.
Yep, there.
We're not quite sure if this is how it was supposed to be done, but we didn't. You know, it was a great moment. It was kind of cool seeing the horses get going because
Yes.
Look out for the size of that mofo.
Yeah, it was. He was. You look at all those other ones.
They thick.
He looks so much. The other one's like so much smaller.
The quarter or draft? He looks big.
Yes.
Hmm.
So yes.
All right.
So let me get my stuff
That
set
horse
back
got a booty.
together.
Yes, Sammy. So
Let's
hey,
see.
thanks everybody that's in here tonight. Appreciate you being here. Uh, while the missus is flipping to another spot, but we're still in Custer State Park. That's how big
Yes.
this thing was.
Yes.
That is there. I'm going to ask a question. Is there a difference between a quarter horse and a draft horse? Also,
Our draft horse is bigger because they're used for more, labor. I don't
Hmm.
know.
Yeah.
I'm not a horseman.
All right. Well, we ask it and we'll do it. And so, oh, here, let's see. Master said, especially the subscription part is very important, as my Hefe has been told by his dog. The Dadman is indeed protected. Lovely greetings from peaceful Mexico. Well, lovely greetings back from the USA to my friends in Mexico.
Yes, yes.
And this was a cool little thing because Rosetta said that this had just opened like the week before, within the week we were there.
Yes, this is fairly new, and they have a lot of information on.
There's a difference, but they're basically both workhorses, not running
Yeah,
horses.
they're more sturdy,
Okay.
thicker, and the thoroughbreds they have thinner legs, more svelte. They're svelte, I guess. So this place was actually the.
They're
Custer
built
State
like
Park
me, Dadman. Call them
Yeah.
Dadman horses.
Okay. And this is talking. I'm ignoring you. This talks about the
That's
summer
the-
coat and the winter coat. Of like Yemi was asking, the winter coat is much more thick because they're out in the snow all the time, so they have to stay warm. And then their summer coat is not as thick.
Exactly.
And
This was an amazing visitor center because it really focused on
yes.
the animals and a lot of aspects of them that would answer a lot of your questions about bison. If you want to know about bisons, this is really, you know, this is really a place that you should go to and visit if you're anywhere nearby for it. So
Right. Yes, exactly. And this was just like one of the exhibits. They also have one that lets you hear what a baby bison sounds like calling its mother. So we're going to listen to that right now. So that was kind of cool.
mm-hmm.
Very interactive. This facility is very interactive. Um, so then it talks some about the
It was about halfway through the part too. That was what was kind of interesting. It just
yes.
so, but yeah, it had a lot that with the bison babies. We saw, it was cool seeing the horses. So, and we've got more with the bison in this visitor center right here. So, like a research center. So
this talks about it talks about the moms and the grandmas of bison.
And like Hungry said, an amazingly deep sound for a baby animal.
Yes, yes.
I thought it would be higher pitched too. That is deep.
Well, I read somewhere, and it might not have been this placard, but they were talking about how when the babies are born, the males are forced out of the herd because a lot of the males would kill the baby bisons that weren't theirs, but sometimes they would get confused and kill their offspring, and so the females would force them out of the herd while the bison were babies.
Hmm.
Um, so I thought that was extremely interesting. Um,
Oh, Sammy.
um, but yeah, that
Hey,
was
Sammy, I will say, as an old married guy, yeah, these we need these women to keep us in line and keep us going on the right path too. So hey,
yes, you must
so
admit.
yeah, yeah.
And then they talk about them eating, talking about how this is interactive. Um, they eat plants, a lot of it. And so they have this little interactive thing that talks about, shows how once they eat the plant, how it goes through the body. And it's like I say, it's an interactive thing. And you take this magnet here, and there's little pellets, little magnetic balls, and you move them around. In each section, it talks about what um, each part does.
Hmm.
Um, and you just see the little magnets there, and you just move them around to the different parts, and it tells you um, what it does. I love interactive things like this. I just think they're cool. Oh, AFK Bard, hello.
Yes. Hey, hey, FK. Good to see you tonight. So what happens when it hits the far right? Those metal balls hit the far right.
Hit way over here.
Yeah.
Well, they just stay there. I mean, they don't go out.
Well, you know what's funny though is we saw at least twice where they took a dump in front of us. Do you see that tail go up and then it's down?
Yeah.
Oh, our bull, our bison. You remember old Grandpa
Yes.
Bison, the first one? He did that next to somebody's car. I thought he
Yeah.
was going to take a shite on the car actually. So that was
Well,
kind of funny.
wasn't didn't Eagle Rider say that one time there was a car, and it was being very aggressive trying to get the bison to move,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and the bison just pretty much just backed up to the front of the car and did its business on the car.
Yes, exactly.
So
And hey,
don't mess with bison.
exactly. Well, we got 14 people here with
Oh.
us. Make sure y'all hit that like button, folks. And hey,
So, as
Hungry,
well as I show poop.
yes, Hungry says this is the way education should be. Wait till you see this and we get to hear more about that. Carolyn Hemingway, thank you. Good picture of the presidents. Good y'all are here tonight. Grandpa Bison knew what he was doping. Yeah, he doing.
Doing
Yeah. Well, Sammy said when you gotta go, you gotta go. And hey,
absolutely.
everybody's favorite now, we get to talk about poo.
So we have poopy. I did not open these up. Um,
I touched one.
yeah, but they don't really. They're fine. Like, but anyway. So then they talk about poop. Now this is something that I I think is very
You
interesting.
blew over the poop.
Well, what else do you want to talk about? It's poop. Later, I'll show real poop. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. You know, it's
Not this
squishy.
show. Next show.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
squishy.
It was weird. It was very nasty feeling.
Yeah, funky.
It was not. Yes, I did not like it. That's why I passed by it. It was
Okay.
so. They talk about animal management, which I never really thought about, but it's something that has to be done. And they explain why, because they do auction off some of the bison, and I always wondered how they figured out to do that, and why. But they have to keep um, the numbers all in. Oh my gosh.
What's that?
I'm just reading what, yeah, the next two.
Who the hell would dream of being a poop scientist anyway? Sounds like a shitty job. Oh man,
Hmm.
I see it. Yep,
Yeah,
exactly. All right.
yes.
Yay, that's
Okay.
good though. At least it was topical and relevant. Okay, sorry.
So they do things like they actually kind of manage the bison in ways that are not too intrusive on them. They place fences that prevent them from overgrazing in areas. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they
You say that too. You say that too because there were barriers on the road.
mhm,
There's little runner things when in some parts between gates and fences that you
mhm.
told me it was to keep the wildlife,
It's
keep
to
them from.
keep them from coming out. Do you see them in cattle farms too?
Yeah, because
Um,
it was very bumpy when you drove over it, and
yeah,
it's like a
it's they
bunch of roller things you couldn't walk on. I don't think.
right, right. It prevents them from hopefully from crossing, because the bison, what if they get out and they get into non-park area, they can be killed, they can be shot. So if they're considered a nuisance on the farms, and so farmers don't really like them, um, so they try to keep them in there. um, they have about 10 to 1,000 to 1,500 bison in the entire park, depending on conditions. And they can't let it grow because, number one, the park wouldn't be able to sustain it, and it just messes up the ecosystem. Um, they um, they did something. Where was it where they introduced? Is Yellowstone where they introduced the wolves back in? And it, you know,
I believe it was Yellowstone. I think it was yes. Yeah, I think it was
and
Yellowstone. I
and
don't think it
because
was
of
here. But
that,
yeah.
the coyotes, the food chain got back in the correct balance, and it caused, instead of you, it caused all of the animals to flourish. So it's just very important. And I thought this was interesting how they decide. This is kind of how they decide whether to keep an animal, to sell it, and they have all these little criteria. And I thought that was very interesting. And all the
Mhm.
mature bulls, if they make it to being mature, they get to stay um, at the Custer State Park. So if you make it through all this and become old, you get to stay.
Hmm.
So
No, awesome. Hungry. We're going to talk about that in a little bit about bison meat being tasty. It can
oh
be
yeah,
sold.
oh
Yeah,
yes,
they do.
who they sell it to. It tells right here they sell it. Um, it brings revenue to the park. It also like keeps the ecosystem. It prepares, and they're sold um, for meat. Uh, and I guess meat pretty much is it. So
Yep.
so
That
yes,
was.
I've had bison. It's good. It's
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about that
yeah.
coming up. So, hey, we got 14 people with us. Can you believe that? It is so amazing having all you great people with us tonight. So, thank you for being here.
Yes, yes, Glenda, it was. It did. It allowed everything
Change the river.
to become the correct balance again. The the beavers there was, I think, the
Mhm.
beaver population was being decimated for
Yeah,
some reason, and then because there were too many of another animal that ate them all. Well, when the coyotes came, they it just did something, and it made sense. And so, um,
it restored balance to the force.
yes, there was balance
Sorry
in the
for the
forest.
Star Wars. Well, let me see this real. Let's see.
Yes, they had a
Yeah.
career ladder. Yes, yes.
Hail to you, the great Rod Thunderheart, truck driver of the North.
Hello, hello. We're not even out of Custer yet. We're not even out of day one. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. But hey,
Uh,
people keep coming in. Thank y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. Sell it with everybody else. So, exactly. Uh, so good to see
oh,
you, Huggy Boy.
hello, Rod.
Better Soylent Green is bison. Yeah. But hey,
So then we went to this old stone bridge, which is
oh
really
gosh,
very old.
can I talk? Oh, I love
Yes,
this
you
part.
make sure about this.
I
Okay.
have this thing for water, and especially stone bridges. As a Civil War fan, especially Battle of Manassas, or I call it, Battle of Manassas, not Bull Run, but it with a stone bridge there. Antietam had a stone bridge, Burnside's bridge. Just stone bridges, I just loved, especially with running water under it. So I actually could not help myself, but got down here and took some video close to the water and took some pictures to the water
There is a
because
little trapple down path, so it
yes,
wasn't like you were just walking in
yes,
high
exactly.
grass.
They did have a cut. They did have a cut path in there though, so
Yes.
it was really really cool. I think I did a short in this area because because the missus I drove you crazy the whole trip about anywhere there was running water.
Oh my gosh! Every time there was water, we had to pull over.
Yeah, some of the high mountains down into the hills.
Mhm.
So Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I was swooning. Yeah, I was swooning from the picture. I love the stone bridges and running water like that.
there's another
Yeah,
angle.
exactly. Because that's from the opposite. That is towards the angle where the horses ended up coming from.
Oh
That's
yeah.
down towards where the horses were.
Oh
Because when
yeah.
we left that
That's
spot,
right,
we
because
stopped.
we were right there. Yeah, we actually did that out of order. You're
Exactly.
right.
So,
Yeah.
and then we can play a game. I think in a minute, but when you get to the
Yes.
right picture.
You ready? Because I
Yeah,
think it's the next one.
yeah.
Okay.
And then after I walked down through the grass, and
Okay. So he's down by the water. Okay.
yeah,
Me and Eagle Rider are up by the road, and we're walking down to the path, and I'm like, I hate tall grass. This is what I'm saying to her. I said, "Oh, I hate tall grass. Um, I'm so afraid of snakes." And she goes, "Oh, I think we'll be okay." And then I look down, and she goes, "I don't think there's going to be any snakes around here. I think you'll be okay." So, and then I look down, and whoops, there's more water.
more water. Still
And
beautiful
then
picture I took.
yes, but then I look down, and that's what I see. So I stop immediately, and I take my camera and I take a picture, and I just stand there waiting for the snake to move.
Does anybody have a clue what type of snake that is?
I was not happy, but I was not going to move until it moved because it didn't seem to be scared or anything. And then it just slithered away.
Where was I? I was down past it.
You were down by the water still.
Okay,
And
because
I
I
just said, "Oh, I just saw a snake."
man, and
So
I'm
does
lucky I
anyone
didn't
have any
step on
idea
it.
what this is?
I normally step on everything, but dang.
Does anyone have any idea what that is?
Uh, let's see. Yemi says a dangerous snake.
Anyone have
Let's
any
see.
idea what it is?
Oh, cutie snake, but not like most Aussie snakes.
It's very beautiful.
It is
Uh,
a pretty snake, but
what?
yeah.
But what did we find out it was?
Well,
What? What
I
someone said they think it was?
I think somebody said, yeah, you don't know. That's okay. Well, maybe we'll have somebody in here real quick. Let me do a real quick Google while we're waiting on somebody else to say something. Let's
So
see.
while we're I see this snake. Um, this lady's like tromping through the grass, and I'm like, you might not want to do that. And she's like, why? I said, because I just saw a snake. And she's like, oh, and I'm thinking, you are a crazy woman to do that anyway. Why? Why would you drop through tall grass? I remember one time our grass got tall in our
Hmm.
backyard because we were lazy, and we saw a snake went and sunned on our patio. Not happy. I think it was just a
I don't
garter.
think it's the one that somebody said it was because but I don't do snakes. Period. Yeah, because I really because see they're all parallel. They're all running, in
Yeah.
one direction. Because I don't think it's a copperhead because it was not rattling for one thing, and then two,
No, there was no noise.
there was no
There was
noise.
no
But
noise.
everything with a copperhead, I see, they have more like camouflage type markers, not long running stripes like that. So I just, but I heard it was not a good one. So, but hey, either way, it all worked out good. They didn't bother me. I didn't bother them. So we'll just leave it up another second. See if anybody knows something with snakes. Yeah, it's not cool. Yeah.
I was looking up snakes of South Dakota.
Oh, okay. Let's do that then.
Uh, well, none of them look like these snakes.
Wait a
I'm
second.
hoping it was. I wonder if it's a. Oh, it's not a bad snake.
Oh,
It's not a bad snake. It's
I
a
wonder if it's
garter
a.
snake.
Oh, that's what I looked at. It's a garter
Yeah,
snake.
it's a garter
Okay.
snake. But still, I
Woo.
don't care.
Okay. Woo. But it still
I don't
made for
care.
a nice story. So,
Yes,
like the
it still
bright
made
yellow
me.
orange stripe along the middle of the back, yellow orange stripe
Yeah.
along each side with black spots or red coloration on both sides.
So
Hey.
yes,
All right. Well, we found out.
yes.
Woo.
So
All right. Woohoo.
So from this area, we are going to Mount Coolidge Overlook. Now, this was a short that we did, and we did post, but I thought you guys would appreciate to hear my utter fear and anxiety going up to this high elevation to see this beautiful view. So I'm going to let you listen to me for a minute be terrified. Are you guys ready? Are you ready, Dad Man?
I am always ready because this,
Okay.
folks, get your popcorn, grab your snacks. This is great Mrs. Dadman right here.
Oh, here we go. Everybody, we're riding up the side of a mountain. We're doing the Coolidge Road Overlook, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal when we get there. I'm just letting you see kind of what my view is, looking straight down, and I'm scared of heights, and it's kind of making me nervous.
Straight down the side of the mountain.
So we're just kind of here driving, and yeah, it's high. Oh my goodness. So this is the road up to Coolidge Overlook, which apparently you have a view of. Sorry, a car just passed us. It's a very narrow road.
Edge, yes.
It makes me nervous. So anyway, here it is, guys. Here's a part of the view. Enjoy it. Bye.
And it was barely wide enough for two cars because that car coming the other way did not really yield much.
Yes, that was. I was not. That was.
It was not in a good spot either. They just kind of kept.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to leave. I was going to. They were going to have to hit me. I wasn't going to the side a little bit more. So.
Yes.
So, but hey.
Yeah, I will not. I will have no problem not doing Pikes Peak.
I wondered. That sounds fun to go up high like that, but I would just yeah. But hey, that's beautiful.
Well, here's actually some views.
Glenda confirmed it. Western terrestrial garter snake. So
yeah.
All right, that's cool. Thank you, Glenda. So, but yeah, it was still a fun story to have. Near death experience with a snake in the grass, but and well, let me say hello on the YouTube, on the Twitch side to Jack 1230986. Hey, welcome in.
1230986.
Hey, all right, welcome.
Hi, Jack.
Welcome. Good to see you tonight. We are just having fun. Going over our trip to the Dakotas and to eventually Yellowstone and back home. But hey, sit back, enjoy the ride. If you see stuff you like, hope you like it. Hope you stay around. This is a kind of a different type of stream with our just our detours. We're doing some vacation, but we do a lot of other stuff around the channel. So hopefully you get to check the channel out on Twitch and YouTube. So hey, thank you again for being here. Make sure y'all follow on the Twitch side and subscribe and like on this YouTube side. Rod Thunderheart actually saw one of those snakes, caught it, tried to gum me to death. Oh man,
it's okay. I don't even want to pick up one that's not. If I don't know, if it's in no. I don't mind snakes. It's more not knowing. I don't know enough about them to know which ones are safe or not. If someone says, "Hey, here's a garter snake, it's safe," I'll hold it. I'll love holding them. A friend of mine had a ball python. I love that ball python. It just was, but just out in the wild, I'm not going to grab a snake. Nope. I don't care. So anyway, we made it up to Mount Coolidge Overlook. I was so scared during that thing I couldn't even get the name right.
And yes, it is named after the president Calvin Coolidge, who was recognized for doing a lot for the tribes and I think like conservation up in that area. So there were good, there's good relations with Coolidge and the people up there. So it's High Point, and we saw a lot of the locations that we were at and where we were going to, didn't we?
Yes. So this is they actually have a little observation thing that you climb up on top of the mountain. And we're about what they say, 6,000 elevation?
It's around 6,000, I think. Yeah.
So not the highest we got, but pretty close. So this is a view. Now this one I'm going to zoom it out. This is from one side. And if you look, I believe this is the Crazy Horse Monument.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go a little bit more to the right, whoops, can't go up too high. You see the Needles Mountain where the
Okay.
Needles Highway is. And this is, I used my camera. So it's kind of a close up of that where
Oh,
you can see the
nice.
Needles Mountains. And then on the other side, that's all the Badlands.
Where we had come from the day before.
Come from, yes. And I don't know if I have another one. Yes, there's another one where you can see some of the Badlands. So that is a 360 view of um, up there on that mountain, and I did, that just was it was worth being terrified to see that.
Yeah, it
And we
definitely.
had to drive down.
Yes, exactly.
Wasn't so bad driving down.
You know that, yeah, the drive down wasn't so bad, so it was actually pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
It was nice. You The drive up, I think, was worse because you're going into unknown territory. You don't know what you're looking at,
Right.
and it just so the drive down is a piece of cake considering. So
Hmm.
yeah, absolutely,
Well, thank you,
definitely.
Castle. Thank you. These are a combination of Dadman's phone, my phone, and my Nikon camera. Um,
Exactly. I know you want a
I don't
better
know. My
lens.
phone took some pretty darn good pictures. The only thing I would need my camera for is I need to get a more telephoto lens
Well,
and
you know
just
what?
use it for that.
Maybe I should monetize or something and do it. Get Mrs. Dadman a telescopic camera lens. Because you were
When
telling
I,
me what $1,000 or something to get what you would want.
I don't know. It
It's
probably
like,
around there. Probably.
oh man. So Master said, I think it's awesome. I mean, who's come to death on his time soon? I would take it. uh, the Squeaka is saying, did you know you can put pics to canvas?
That would be cool. You know what I would like to do with that one bison one? And I don't do them, but you know those rhinestone, the dot things, you can get a pattern and oh, what's it called? And you use, and you get a pattern and you just fill them up with the colors. And then you have this picture made with these pretty with dot. Oh gosh, what are they called? Anyway, you can get your own done with that. I think that bison would be cool to do that with.
I think I
Get
know what
something
you're talking about.
printed to canvas, I think would be um,
Yeah.
awesome. We've got some other amazing pictures from
Yep.
Yellowstone,
Amazing. Yep.
and we probably could spend a month just showing pictures. I would like to just start from the beginning and just show you
Mhm.
all the pictures, and you just say, "Oh, I'm so sick of these pictures. When are you going to stop?" And I'm going to say, "Never until I'm
No.
done." But
No,
we can't
definitely
do that.
not. And Hungry says
Well,
the same thing too. So hey, definitely great pictures there. Definitely was a lot of fun. Even your cell phone camera could actually take good pictures and video
actually,
at
yeah,
times.
I think so.
You know,
Yes.
although the one thing is we had uh, not as much here, but there were problems with our live streams that had some problems in here. It was what Yellowstone where we lost almost all signal for just
Yes.
unless you were near a rest one of the visitor centers. So
Yeah.
all right, so then we leave Custer State Park.
We
We
survived going down the
we
mountain.
had that. So guess what? We gotta go. We're going to Crazy Horse, and we gotta have
Crazy.
food.
Okay, wait. We got to enunciate it properly.
Okay, Crazy
Crazy
Horse.
Horse
Yes,
Memorial.
and I'm going to say it definitely to be respectful because it was
Yes.
very moving
It.
memorial that we went to,
Yes.
and a lot
Yes.
of serious stuff there. And if you know the history, a lot of stuff. But yes, this really I think to me was considering the nature, and I'll let you talk about the history of it and how it's gone because you know more about that. But in a lot of ways, I find this more impressive than Mount Rushmore actually. But
Hmm. This
I'll let you go ahead.
first off, this memorial is all privately funded. It has taken no funding from the government. Um, the gentleman, the sculptor who um, who proposed to do this was, I cannot say his name, Korczak Zielkowski, proposed this monument to build in honor of the Native Americans. Um, I looked up all the history. It just was amazing. Um, and for the first 10 plus years, he worked on it all by himself. Um, and so he was up on top of the mountain. Um,
Yeah, he had no crew. He was having to do it by
yes,
hand,
I'm
right?
sorry. I was wanting to look up. Um,
Yeah, and really, folks, if you see what is start when it started and how it's progressed, and especially considering, I think that there are maybe 10 people working on it now today.
now it is.
It's amazing that they've done what they've done. No fund, no government funding, all privately funded, and I mean a combination of techniques between some dynamite, some jackhammers. It looks like, and just it's one of those that you really can only get to the bottom of it if you get on a van. Um, really, we couldn't
Mhm.
get to it that day, and we didn't have time to get too close. But
Right,
it's got a great view from the
right,
visitor center
right.
and all.
The mission of this facility and the whole thing is to protect and preserve the culture, tradition, and living heritage of the North American Indians. Um,
Hmm.
the I was trying to find some of the information about it.
Okay.
The plant the planned dimensions when it's done is 87. The Crazy Horse's face in it just alone, which was completed June 3rd, is 87 feet and 6 inches. The entire Mount Rushmore can fit inside his face. His
Wow.
outstretched arm is that's there.
Are you saying completed
His out
June
the
3rd this
face
year?
the face
The
was
face?
completed June 3rd, 1998.
Oh, 1998. Okay. All right.
The outstretched arm, which is right here, is 263 feet. The opening under the arm right here is 70 feet. And the fingers, which are here, are 29 feet and 6 inches long. The horse dimensions, when they are completed, if you look back here, this is a 1/300th, but the horse head will be 219 feet high, which is 22 stories. His mane is 62 feet high. His ears will be 54 feet long. And his eyes will be 20 feet wide and 15 feet high. And his nostrils will be 26 foot in diameter.
Wow. Wow.
So it is going to be massive. And this is all privately funded. It is been 75 years. It's the 75th anniversary of them working on it. So,
Holy moly's right. And
uh,
it's one that pictures cannot do it justice.
no, no, and
You really need to be there for this one.
and the Crazy Horse Memorial is to be carved not so much as a lineal likeness, but more as a memorial to the spirit of Crazy Horse to his people. With his left hand thrown out, pointing in answer to the derisive question asked by a white man, "Where are your lands now?" He replied. He goes, "My lands are where my dead lie buried." That's just so, mm, it's
Hmm.
emotional to me.
Hmm.
And this is, um, something that was written. I don't know if I can get through it.
I'll read it then. Okay,
No,
you want it read?
I
I
can read it. I can
okay,
read it.
okay, all right.
When the course of history has been told, let these truths here carved be known. Conscious dictates civilizations live, and duties ours to place before the world, a chronicle which will long endure, for like all things under us and beyond, inevitably we must pass into oblivion. This land of refuge to the stranger was ours for countless eons before civilizations majestic and mighty. Our gifts were many which we shared, and gratitude for them was known, but later given my oppressed ones were murder, rape, and sanguine war. Looking from whence invaders came, greedy usurpers of our heritage. For us the past is in our hearts, the future never to be fulfilled. To you I give this granite epic, for your descendants to always know my lands are where my dead lie buried. And that was written by the sculptor Korziak Zilkowski.
Mm, very powerful, very blunt, very direct, and very emotional, like you said.
Hmm.
Hungry's getting choked up too. Rod, wow, and yes, me too.
It's when you go, you see it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I say, when you can look at it, go, oh my gosh, 75 years, why aren't they done yet? Well, because it's a labor of love, I think, and those that love are doing it and supporting it, and that's what they want. So
You know
there's
it.
some of the workers up there.
It's like we talked before at some of the battlefields and some of the memorials and different things. This is
Hmm.
one of those that really fit into the. There is cool stuff there. There's some fun stuff, but it is a somber place too. It is respect, and I try. You know,
It's yes,
enjoy it, but it is a serious memorial to it. You can have fun and be amazed, and you can laugh a bit and stuff. But I think really takes on an air of you know
sobriety.
sobriety
It's
when you
like going
understand the
to
history.
later when we found that battle uh, site, the
Yes,
Horseshoe Bend. I mean,
yeah,
it's whether they're, I'm going to use the word in quotes, our people or not. I mean, horrific stuff happened to them, and to not acknowledge that, I think, is a miscarriage of justice.
hmm
Um, and and that's why I just think that it's just so beautiful, and when it's done,
hmm
it's just going to be amazing.
absolutely. It does look cool. It's really really cool in person. But yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, nope, and on high spikes like that. I do
Yeah.
understand that. It'll be interesting to see if they let people go up there eventually, or if it's going to be when you get to the base of it, and just can only see it from the bottom. But still,
Mhm.
it's just amazing that. So,
And these are tools that they use.
hmm
And what was so cool is that we actually got to take a rock home from what they
yes,
took off
yes,
of the monument. So that was really neat. Um,
hmm
and this is part of the museum. And if you go to a lot of museums with Native American artifacts and stuff, you will always, well, not always, but you'll see a lot of these quilts. I think, yes. And this star quilt. And I was looked it up because I was really curious why they were I saw them like at every place there was a star quilt, and it said it is an important symbol in traditional Lakota mythology and art. The story of the morning star describes how an old medicine man became the morning star after his death. The morning star was considered to have more power than the sun or moon because of the experience the medicine man gained from living on earth. Consequently, the morning star was a symbol for wisdom and understanding. Today, the eight pointed star is a symbol for the morning star. The 8 points represent the four stages of life: infancy, youth, maturity, and old age, plus the four cardinal directions north, south, east, and west. So you will see these a lot of times they're given um, for graduations or special gifts uh, in honor of someone, um, in celebration of something. So you will see a lot of times that um, these will be given to people for that reason. And just here's some of the different variations of that. I love that one. I think that one is beautiful. And then just here's some of the beadwork at the museum. I love quilts on top anyway, and then on top of it to find the deeper meaning of them. And they're very difficult to make. That quilt to the technique is very hard um,
Mhm.
to master to get it right. Um,
Yeah, I know you
so on top of that, it's a very difficult
do.
quilt just to make.
Well,
Um,
Master said they have still have a kind of this a lot of this kind of artwork still very vivid.
mhm,
And Squeaka says 8 is an important number to pagan native religions.
mhm.
So, yes, yes, I know you love your quilts, so talk away as you want to, because there's others that we
See, you
can't
can
talk
even
about at
see
another
the
spot.
the 8
Mhm.
right here in this beadwork. There's 8, the star, the star, morning star, in so many aspects. Some this is was it just things that were in the museum. I couldn't show all of them because a lot of them had mirrors in the back, and I took pictures of myself along with the museum stuff. So, and this was a picture of the survivors of Little Bighorn, the Battle of Little Bighorn,
Mm,
and the regalia that they're wearing is very important because each feather represents a I don't want to use the word. I don't know if achievement's the right word, but it
is it
represents
act of bravery or
bravery or
accomplishment?
an accomplishment.
It
So
has a significant meaning.
it's very significant. So
Yeah.
um, it's very disrespectful to wear even a headdress with feathers in it um, for fun because it's very symbolic and has meaning. And when you see the chiefs or the men that have them with the feathers going down their back and dragging on the ground, all the achievements and the acts of bravery that um, they've accomplished uh, is tremendous.
Hmm.
And now this person, I'm not going to read all this, but this gentleman was very dear. You want to go ahead and read some of
I just was going to say, Master said, if you look up where it lives in Mexico, you find it's indigenous territory, and he can only live here because his wife is native Nahuel, Nahuel,
no?
Nahuel. So
I'm so horrible with
yeah,
pronunciations, and I
exactly.
apologize so in
Yeah,
advance.
exactly. So all right, this was a very special one, wasn't it?
Yes, you want to share who that is?
Yeah. Well, you're doing such a good job with this. I don't think I could do it, but this is, as I mentioned, our friend Eagle Rider met us at Custer State Park, brought us down here to Crazy Horse Memorial because she's part of the Lakota Sioux tribe, and this is her uncle,
Hmm.
a famous artist that, as you can see, was born in the Badlands in 1917. The self-taught artist with a true deep insight in the lives of his people and the lives of the pioneers of the West. This is one of the. Okay, Glenda, thanks for coming. Good to see you tonight. Hey,
Bye.
this is where it really was special having the time to meet
Mm-hmm.
Rosetta and to talk about the stuff. We got to hear like the stuff she just mentioned is stuff that Rosetta told us personally
Mm-hmm.
and taught us about that had not known and stuff. And the that was this is some of the art on the picture on the wall. Each one had different stories, different meanings, didn't they?
Yeah, well, they each had a story to tell, and some of them they were kind of you kind of put them together. But this is whoops, pushed the wrong button.
Oh yeah.
Um, like and some of the titles are uh,
Hank's carried away back there.
animals that died in the storm,
Mm-hmm.
and just sometimes the poignancy.
Yeah. Some was kind of funny though. Yeah, there
Oh
was some.
yes, he does have some
Yeah.
that are funny. Let's see. Making sure they're counting them.
Mm-hmm.
But just some is just life in the West with the
And again, this whole exhibit that it's all privately funded, and it's
Mhm.
take on donations and stuff like that, and it just really a tribute to the culture, and the memories of the past, and just really really impressive to see. And again, it's another one of these places that you go. The pictures only tell part of the story, but actually being there, seeing it live, really makes a different. Dever said that his artwork was so captivating. I stood there and looked at the stories he told. Exactly. There
So
was
here's two that I love. This is two that they told. First off, it says slow and easy, and then you go to the next one. Then all hell broke loose. Just some of the humor that he had
mm-hmm.
um, was, and to me it's beautiful. Oh yeah, there. I just think that is so funny.
That was
And
awesome. So
so that was all
more,
his work.
yeah.
And then I had talked earlier about a white
The
bison,
white
how it's considered sacred. And this is one that its name was Miracle, was born in 1994 and lived till 2004. So,
Well, Hungry just said it adores and respect the appreciation we're sharing. So
oh well, thank
well,
you.
yes.
This is some stuff in the museum, some different things, and I just think this is gorgeous. Um, and this is by an artist named Douglas Fasthorse. He's and I know I'm going to do this wrong. Oglala,
Oglala.
Oglala Lakota.
Yeah.
Um, and he develops these historic based artworks at his house in his studio. Um, his goal for each piece is to replicate historic Lakota regalia as a way to honor his heritage and help to tell the story of the Lakota Oyate and their ongoing traditions. He's been featured in magazines, the American Indian Art, Smithsonian, Southwest Art, and the New Yorker. And also his creations are in private collections throughout the Western United States, Monaco, and France. So that is it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
There was just so much here to see. It
Yeah,
it was
it's
a
just
great stop.
and then it It's now time for
Oh,
food, glorious food.
I will say, uh, yeah, hey, and like Deborah said, pictures don't do this justice. It's totally
It
awesome
it
in
it
person.
it
It
really
truly
does.
is.
I agree.
It
And the
truly
name
is.
of this restaurant I wanted Laughing River, I think it's called. The Laughing
Laughing,
Water Restaurant. Laughing Water.
laughing water. Yes. Oh my gosh. You know, when I talked to Eagle Rider the first time about, when she's like, "Hey, you want a tour and stuff?" The first thing she said, "Yeah, hungry." And now for chow, absolutely. Well, and yes, yummy. Listen, the first thing Eagle Rider was like, "Hey, have you ever had Native American tacos?" And they're like, "We got to eat there." And I'm like, "Okay," because I tell you what I said earlier about our departure time earlier in the day. We wanted to get to this restaurant too, folks. So that's why we kind of
That's why we were like crazy.
we we threw off the one that was under repair, and we said hi to the presidents and bye to the presidents, and this is stuff we want to do. Folks, listen, like we talked about bison meat earlier. Oh my God, I can never. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, cloudy red onions and lettuce. Okay,
Yes.
dude, listen,
Unless you're allergic to them,
right.
you got to have them.
Listen, I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this. I will never eat, even at local taco places that are authentic, and one can never touch what we had here. That bison meat was unbelievably good. I will say that. But what they served, that they did not. They served very fresh lettuce, tomato, and onion. I mean, that was like, we even got one to take back to the room that night
Mhm.
because you got this.
Yes.
And yeah, and here's Masters. Oh yes, they are
And
taco
it was
time.
divine. It was on flat in Indian
It's a
flat
fried.
bread,
It's fried. It's fried
in
bread.
fried Indian bread
Yeah,
with
it's called fry bread.
the taco meat was a mixture of bison and I think beef
Hmm.
and the seasonings and then but traditional um, taco toppings, I guess you would say. But it was delicious. And then Dadmans. What was yours called? Do you remember?
The Tanaka stew.
Tatanka stew.
I think it's.
Tatankan
I think it's
stew.
Tanaka. I think it was
No,
Tanaka.
Tatanka stew.
What?
It's yes. I'll look it
So,
up, but I think it is. But yeah, so you tell them about that.
oh my gosh, yeah. I was trying to look up the other thing
No,
for
I'll
the,
look
the
it
fry
up.
bread. Is dirt? Okay, you go ahead and do it. But hey, uh, it was a stew, bites of meat, potatoes, carrots, vegetables, very thick broth. I mean, it was a thick stew with a good hunk of cheese on top of it. But the fried bread was cool. It was really great with it because I mean, it served it in like in the bread bowl with it, and you could dip the fried bread into the stew. It was so good. We truly shared. I couldn't decide which one we wanted to eat. Well, the missus knew what she wanted. Eagle Rider got the tacos too. I was kind of torn between the two, and I was like, screw it. We'll get both and I'll eat off the misses, and got one for later. And yeah, yeah. Oh, damn. This truly was very good food. And I am so glad that we got there.
Yes.
And he said, now I'm living up to my name, Hungry. Give me, give me, give
Okay.
me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go back and I'm going to read how they describe these.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is the Native American taco. Homemade Indian fry bread topped with taco meat, refried beans, lettuce, tomato, cheese, onions, salsa, and sour cream.
Hmm.
So that was that. And then yours is tatank, tatanka stew, Tatanka, tatanka stew. It's made from prime cuts of tender Black Hills buffalo, slow cooked with carrots, sweet peas, green onions, pearl onions, and potatoes, simmered in our own blend of tasty seasonings, and served with Indian fry bread.
Mm-hmm.
And this,
Yes, this was a good thick stew. If you like a good,
oh,
Yemi's going to bed on the food note. Hey,
oh, good
Yemi.
night.
Good to see you, sir. Okay, you take care tomorrow. Hungry's swooning again. Wow, I'm used to only
And
Squeak swooning in the chat, but now we know Hungry's weaknesses now.
this is wojapi.
What? Okay, that's the name I was trying to
which
figure.
is warm berry sauce, and it could be a variety of berries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think no damn clams. I know because this was like a berry type compote.
yes, it was a berry like a compote, for want of a better word, with fry bread,
Mm-hmm.
um, uh,
Powdered sugar.
and you could have cinnamon or honey on it as a
Mm,
dessert. So
yes.
that's yes, yummy good.
Yes, and actually, this is one that we had to make sure the hours were right. They were open because they had different hours based on season, and we were actually they were just changing the hours. We didn't have the right hours, but it all worked out. Yeah, you could camp out there and eat for a month, and wow, I'd love to try that. Did you try
I
huckleberries?
had huckleberries on something, and they were good.
Yeah, this was like
They
a
were
bunch of
huckleberries.
berry. This
No,
was
this was yeah. I don't
this
know if
was a
this was
different type
huckleberry.
of.
Yeah,
But yeah, absolutely. This is that's yeah, like you said, that's a place not too far from Yellowstone. So we'll have to see if we get back up there again. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Hungry said I might have been born in the wrong country. Yep, yeah. That, I tell you what, the main thing is the food was good. It truly was, and the bison meat made a big
Mhm.
difference, and it
Yeah.
was all fresh. So,
Yes.
we got more food on our traveling segment.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yay!
And as we were leaving, they had a memorial to 9/11, which I just think it's beautiful, poignant. And they had this sculpture of a eagle. There's really not much to say. It's
Hmm.
and then the warring stallions, battling stallions.
Yep.
Just the detail.
Oh man, they're fight. I didn't see that one.
Mm. Yeah, it was as we were walking out to the parking lot.
Oh, go ahead, slide in it a little bit closer.
If you look at the eyes, I believe this is one that the same art
Yeah, but I
still
mean,
that
look
was
at the
like
detail. Look at the
yeah,
muscles and the face, and
yeah,
I
the,
mean, it's like really fighting. The mouths are open, the tongues
yes,
extended. You really have got so
yes,
dang much detail in it.
yes, yes.
Just yeah, warring. Yeah, absolutely. So, and hungry is yeah. The wings on the eagle,
Oh,
perfect,
yeah,
and the art and nature in the
yes,
stream, guys. Well, hey, yes, exactly.
yeah. There was a
Exactly. We
lot.
like
We
showing
have
this.
we have another bronze that is just oh my gosh.
Hmm.
And this is part of a gate. They had a gate
Yes.
as we're leaving. I did not get a picture of the whole gate. I don't know what I was thinking, but I did not. But these are each little part of the panel has animals that were uh, alive, that are alive now, or had lived in this area. So there's just some of them. I'll just kind of.
There's another bison.
Oh, another picture of the bison.
Yep. Now we got. Was it?
You can
Well,
kind of
that
see
last one
part.
was it mice or
Possum.
possum? Okay. Yeah. Got the woolly mammoth. It looks like there. Yeah, but that panel does a good job showing what the gate lot is
Yeah.
like. Imagine it about 30, 40 feet across. So it's
Yes.
it's really a thing, and
Yeah. Whoops. And then souvenir. Souvenir.
exactly. Well, you know what? I'll tell you because they are privately funded. And I
Hmm.
saw what I wanted. I could finally found the right type of zip up hoodies. I don't like the pullover hoodies, but there's a second one I found where you could put it on and zip it up. That's what I
Hmm.
like, and you know, it was comfortable. It was nice, and
Good.
you bought some books and stuff from there, I think too.
Yes, I got some stuff there.
So
Now,
exactly.
an unexpected stop. And this will be,
Hey,
we're near the end of day
do
one.
you need a break for a second?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, could you give me 1 second since we got through that here? Let me say a couple
Yep.
things too that
Go ahead.
Master said, amazing program here, educational and funny, spiked with special moments. Not easy to bring this together.
Oh, well,
No,
thank you, thank
no,
you.
I think Deborah missed the gate. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yes. Oh, it was pretty cool.
It was excellent, excellent with the detail and stuff like that. So, but hey, we still got 13 y'all with us, hanging out with us. Thank you for
Oh, well,
being here
thank
so
you.
long,
Yes,
hanging with us, and I hope you're really enjoying this. And thank you for the compliments so far. And smash that like button, share it out with other people because we still have a bit to go. Stay with us. We still have
the
more. You won't
second
regret
half
it.
is not nearly as long as this
And it's
half.
not as heavy. I don't think it's not as heavy
No,
either. But yeah.
no.
So, but
So
but
here,
make sure you join us tomorrow night though for Yellowstone. Mrs. Were you able to do something with that one video or not?
I don't know what you're talking about. So,
Oh, the fun video.
the what video?
The
I don't know what you're talking about.
uh
Sorry. You don't
ice
talk.
cones.
Oh, I haven't even. I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, bye, Deborah. Good to see you.
Bye.
All
Oh,
right.
gosh, Deb, you're gonna miss the bison statues. Oh, darn. So
But
here,
hey, if folks, if you missed something, always go back, look at it, comment. Leave a comment on the video later. Go back and see what you missed, and then share the videos out. Help that
yes.
algorithm, as
Okay,
we know.
so now
And
we.
here, yeah,
Oh,
I shared, and this is brightening a hard week in
oh,
Yellowstone. Avid to see it.
yes, yeah,
Absolutely, sir.
yeah.
Great.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Uh,
all right, we
so,
got 15 on that note leading into this part.
okay,
I thought this was a great spot in here. I can't wait as you show these things because
yes,
you've done Mrs. did all this and put this together and all the orders. That's all her. So some of this in the order is it's hard for me to just be quiet because it's like it's all a surprise. Oh, I won't miss the moment when Men in Black came up to you as he poured. Oh gosh. No, he loves that one. Okay, but I'll tell you one of my favorite freaking moments of this whole damn trip coming up. Okay,
you'll see it. I have it here. It's
sure you
here.
know what it is though.
I think I do.
Okay.
So here's some of the bison statues, and as you see, there's that friendship, that star quilt again.
Yes. Yes.
Um, and these were, we just happened to see these buffalo, and we decided,
Well, we were looking for a post office actually.
yes,
Can I
and we,
preview how this
yes,
happened real quick? We were actually got in there before dark. Thank God one night we actually got off the road early, which was nice for once. And we were looking for a post office because we were sending a postcard to the kids and a friend out there, and as a silly little thing. And then we just parked, and we're like, the missus noticed the buffalo. So you know what? And she graciously agreed. We did a live stream for about 40 minutes. And, Mrs., walking those streets with you, doing that was one of my favorite moments of the whole trip.
it was very
It was
nice.
just special. So, oh, God. Okay. Next time we're taking my car. All right. We'll do it. Hey, we'll let you drive. All right. Oh, but I'm serious though. That was such a special night. We had that. We had people in the chat. I know several people were there hanging out with. We're just walking the streets of downtown. It was so perfect, perfect
Yes,
weather. We didn't have the mosquitoes from wall and everything. We actually got to go out as a couple, walk the streets, enjoy it together, come across this, and then we even hit Dairy Queen on the way back to the
yes.
hotel.
So
Yeah,
yes. So we're going to look at the bison statues. So this was the first one,
yeah,
and you can see how quickly it got dark.
yes. This is, of course, about 30 or 40 minutes because that's how long
Yes,
we streamed. Now, of course, everything was closing down, unfortunately. There was a little gag shop that she wanted to stop at. You see an ice cream parlor. That's one of the things I think that we really wish that somehow we could go and stay in one of these towns for more than a day. This was probably the best. Wall was kind of commercially thing, whatever.
do
But
you
this,
mind if I just kind
yeah,
of not zip through, but kind of go
well,
through as you're
yeah.
talking?
Well, one thing is, I don't know which one, but Squeaka said one of them was a wonderful buffalo. So,
This one is. I think the artwork on this one is.
mm-hmm. Yes,
with the horses and the
but
buffalo and the
exactly that the detail on this. But that's one of the things, Mrs. We talked about is that we learned things on this trip. It would have been nice. This would have been a town to actually stay a night or two in. So, and yes, no skeeterzillas and those bisexuals and maze balls. All right. Yes, exactly. Look at the texture on that. It's like a shedding a bison. I think because you got the brown two tones. Just with the
I would
detail.
have loved to have known the story behind the artwork on some of these. Um, because I don't.
Oh, hey, let me say hello real quick. Hey, Maddie's daddy. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. We appreciate it. Good to see you. Hopefully, between bouncing in, take a look at some of these pictures. We just got through uh, Mount Rushmore, and parts of South Dakota. We're currently in Custer, South Dakota, with these in downtown with these painted theme bison. So,
Yes, there's a close up of
oh,
it.
hey, look at this. I got to say this right here. I'm going to hold on. I, I'm going to flag that for later. Okay. I think he gave us our great outro. It's almost like a throwback to Batman '66. But hey,
Hmm.
Hungry said it's like the bison are guarding the town.
Yes, yes. I think this one I got to spend some time on. This one was amazing because if you see, it's
Wow.
dimensional. The big
It's not
big
just painted on.
house. No, it's dimensional
It's relieved. Yeah. Oh, like the goats on the the edge.
because that's how they would. That's where they would be is on the edges of cliffs and things like that.
Wow. I did not notice that the first time through.
I just think that one is really cool.
I mean, I did not realize it's been a while since we looked at these, but yeah, that's amazing the way
Yeah,
they did that.
there's some kind of a close up of it.
Hmm. Yeah, but they still had a Pizza Hut there. So, and there's a post office in the back.
Yeah, this is the one that started it all right there.
Exactly. And then Hungry said it's so fab, and Squeaka says I love these.
Yeah, I just thought they were fascinating.
I will say, Squeaka, this is probably Cody was. It's a little drive east from Yellowstone, but it's not undoable. Um, because
I
we
think this one's funny.
just got to have the time to do it. But yes. Oh yeah, the skeleton. Keep all the buffalo signs in that
I was hoping they had a little bit about the statue, but they didn't.
the story. Yeah, we'll get in there.
This is it starting to get dark.
Yeah, and it was interesting the white bison here with it.
Remember, the white bison is sacred.
Hmm. This actually, Squeak, it was probably, yeah, Cody was one I wish we could have spent a little more time with. Like I had some stuff, but that's coming up. But Custer, this one is really the town that I wish we could have done more of the shops and the stuff in the downtown because it really was a nice place.
This one, I think, was about the fires that,
Yeah, like 2008, I believe.
yes, that happened.
You there?
Yeah, I'm just was looking
Yeah.
at it. Sorry.
Okay.
And
No
if you
problem.
can see, you see the buffalo there, which was really hard to
Well,
see.
Amanda knows great art. Maddie's daddy says those are awesome. So
Yes, I
exactly.
agree.
And Hungry says the bison sculptures are always saying just try to make a taco out of me, UFO. Yeah, they they do have
Oh,
some
wait,
spirit.
here's the last
They
one.
do.
Wait.
Yeah, they do have some spirit to them. Like, hey,
Mhm.
we're majestic, we're tough.
Well, I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, I think that they're beautiful and soulful creatures, but yeah, they also got this, yeah, don't mess with me look too, vibe going with them.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll chill here, but you tick me off. Just yeah, I'll go headbutt your car,
Yeah, there you go.
you know. And then this, the most amazing peanut butter parfait ever.
Exactly. And there it was slightly melted, but still, they were like bigger than anything we get back here at home. So,
Yes.
so it
Yes.
deserved a shout out. The great town of Custer, South Dakota.
Yes. And that is how we ended day 7.
Seven, which was you'll see. I think in the next picture, what was really these are basically old. These are a lot of these we stayed in our hotel chains, but they're like old hotels. I mean, you can
Yes.
see like some were 2-story exterior doors. We had a suite and back in a mall that was like a really funky built room inside of it. Just was bizarre, some of the hotel rooms. And yeah, hungry, we had treats, and I remember on the live stream we were like, dang, there's a Dairy Queen down there, and everybody's like, yeah, get some Dairy Queen. And so we did, and we enjoyed it. So
Yes. So
absolutely.
so now finally we are on day 8. This one will
Woohoo.
not be nearly as long.
Hmm.
Um but there was just so much that first day.
Yes, exactly. But we got some
Um,
still really cool stuff. So stay with
yeah.
us, folks.
Oh
It's
yes,
some good
yes.
stuff. Yes.
So we have day 8 and this one it's like it always been, especially when we're in getting certain situations, we always say it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And this next bit, when we left Custer to go to Devil's Tower, to go to Needles Highway, this just is so synonymous of what this is.
Hmm.
This is I actually, I'm so proud of this. I actually edited this video. I had to learn how to do different things. So this was a brand new thing that I did. So here's a little video um, of uh, of our journey. On a journey, they told us to go down this. America Center Road. We did turn left on America Center Road. Let's see what this is telling us to do. What it's telling us to do. This is why we say it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey. We really aren't very sure where we're at. We're on a dirt road. We're doing some kind of cutoff, trying to get to Needles Eye Highway. So enjoy this beautiful country while we hope we're not getting lost. At least we have a full tank of gas.
Damn straight.
And happy travels, everybody.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah.
We're leaving Black Hills National Forest. We're entering Custer State Park. Well, we got the fee. We're entering Custer State. Maybe we'll see some animals.
You never know. 5 minutes later, I can't do this right SpongeBob voice.
5 minutes later. And we saw some animals.
Yes. Now these did look like deer.
Yeah.
It was really fascinating. So, and they were looking at us at times.
Yes. So that's our journey. We did that a lot. We did a lot of let's hope this is taking us the right direction.
Yes, I mean we do what we got to do. It's use the force.
Yeah. So there we so that
Yep.
was us on the way to uh, Needle's Eye. So
Yep.
here we finally make it to the area, Needle's Eye High. Whoops, I wanted to go back. Let me go back. Um, what did I do? If you look at the here, it has a couple
Well,
switchbacks.
here's a little Hungry likes animals, nature stuff more than food. LOL. And you guys are fab at filming it. That's the missus. Hey,
Oh, thank
filming it.
you, thank you. If you look at this little map right here, we're going to be driving this, and you see it has the switchbacks. We'll probably start about right here, and it has a
Mm-hmm.
switchback, and then a switchback, and then a curvy road, and so we're
Mm-hmm.
going to do all this while we go to the tunnel.
Oh
So,
wow.
yes, uh,
Oh
it,
yes.
it's very exciting.
This was fun. I will say,
This one,
definitely having the small Kia was good with this one.
yeah, yeah, I feel much more safer being in the small Kia.
Yeah.
So here is some of the Needles Mountain, and here we're driving. So we're seeing these hairpin, or I call them hairpin. They call them switchbacks. And through this whole thing, which you're not sure, I'm not playing the audio because there's some stuff in there that I don't want the audio to air. But I'm chattering the whole time because I'm nervous. Uh,
It's all good.
and it's just beautiful. I said that a lot. It's just beautiful. I mean, how
It was truly a fun drive. It truly was a fun
yeah,
drive.
yeah.
This
How
was,
did you like driving it? I mean, I was the passenger, but
I'll be honest. I was nervous driving in the mountains, and didn't know what to expect about hearing of all that stuff in it, the tight turns, and always about going up down hills, braking, not burning your brakes and stuff like that. That really was why I was really, really, really nervous and
hmm
stuff. But this was fun. I mean, the car did great. It just it was fun. I enjoyed going slower. I enjoyed going the curves. It's beats the hell out of just driving 90 miles an hour all the time, or going on interstates, or stopping with red lights and stuff like that. It was nice to just stop for wildlife,
yeah,
and other things there. So it's really it was a blast to drive. I tell you, if you like driving, you'd like this. I mean, I don't think people with the big cars could handle it, but it's just still it's
yeah,
it's really the smaller car was fun, I will say. And I tell you, the only other thing that could be better was was if you had a convertible, especially with the
mm,
weather. It was just so we were
mm,
blessed with our weather up there.
yeah,
That's one thing with this whole trip. Um, um, right, with this trip, we were blessed with weather.
yeah.
Uh,
After we left, when we were in our hotel, bad things happened, but it was pretty.
well, and then also coming back though, we did when we left Yellowstone. We'll talk
Oh,
about that more. That started drizzling, and then we had some thunderstorms towards Denver, and then in Kansas. But it was we managed to go through most of the bad storms. Going into
hmm
Cody, we dodged all the bad thunderstorms,
yeah.
which we're working our way to Cody here.
hmm I
You know,
love what Hungry says. These rock formations are like protective giants for us height phobic folks. Yes.
yes, exactly. Yeah, it was that this was the only thing that
And
was
the
that,
one thing I got to say, I
yeah.
remember what I commented right here. I was looking at the people driving, and I said, I just can't believe how fast they're driving. It just amazed me how fast some of these people were
Yeah,
driving these curves and 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 everything. And
yeah.
I had said if I wasn't afraid of riding a motorcycle, I would love to do this. I think it would be amazing to do on a motorcycle. And you got mad at this person for kind of hugging the center line.
Yeah, it was like get over on your
But
edge,
you know
dude.
what I said? I
What?
said, he's the one that's going to fall off the mountain. You let him get over.
I didn't want to drive in the ditch to my right, you know?
Oh yeah, but
Right.
he didn't want to drive down the mountain.
They'll be driving down a mountain when they come. Shoot, shoot. I'm just kidding. But these rock formations are really, really cool. It's really amazing how they formed, and that's the thing. That's the one thing about driving I don't know that I really got to appreciate a lot of this. I mean, it was nice. Don't get me wrong, but
There is
yeah,
a different,
it would have been different just
a
watching. I
different,
could have focused, but
yeah.
you know what? There were turnoffs and stuff, and we could turn off as we needed to and stuff.
Mhm.
And Hungry wants me as a highway sheriff. What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Failure to communicate.
But hey, still got 11 great people with us out here too and stuff. Thank y'all for
Can't
hanging
believe
with us.
it. Thank you for hanging with us.
Hey,
So
it's
now
beautiful when Squeakus
we're at
sends
the
the
tunnel.
love. So hey,
We're at the tunnel now, the Needle's Eye Tunnel.
oh God, hey, Masters Man ain't make Dad Man Grumpy Driver Edition. No, it's
Oh,
actually Dad Man is usually really calm no matter what on driving stuff. Right.
okay.
Well, we our first test stream. Hello.
Hey, I'm not
Hungry
saying
says,
I don't say I'm calm driving.
yeah,
I get
Hungry
mad at
still.
people.
Stunning still wants to have
Yeah, oh,
one
wait, what? Okay.
his.
I'm going to say I want to address Squeaka's comment there as soon as we get done with this. I got.
Okay.
So
Oh
this
yeah,
is
that was his. Yeah,
extremely narrow. We could have dragged our hands if we
yeah.
literally we barely had to take our hands out the window
I don't know
to
how
touch on this.
you're. I don't know how they got that trailer through there, but I guess they
It
did.
wasn't that wide of a trailer.
Yeah. Very tight, folks. Very tight.
So
That was narrow.
Yeah. It was quite.
I just had to put that one in there, just the awe of that.
Yeah.
So I want to address this.
Okay.
Well, number one, if you have a dash cam, we had a dash cam, but it will overwrite your card, and we should have taken our card out every couple of days and put a new card in, but we didn't have them. This guy had a GoPro that was attached to the center part of his hood
Yes. That was in the Tetons. Yeah.
in the teeth, but we saw that in the Tetons. But yeah, that's it
I'm
was yeah.
I'm just
Um,
afraid that the thing would fly off and hit your windshield and crack it and
well,
stuff.
yeah, I don't know if I would unless I knew it was bolted in, or something. But
Well, that's
then,
at least Squeak has got it right. Put the GoPros on the side so it doesn't hit
yeah,
anything important. So,
I would like. Yes, I think that would be so cool because there's so much stuff.
all right.
But we lost a lot of stuff off of our dash cam because I messed up and didn't get it before it.
It's okay. You did great. You did
But
wonderful.
it
We
was
got all
okay.
this stuff. Hey, start planning the trip next year.
Yeah, okay. I'll start
Yeah.
buying the equipment. Um,
Uh, okay. All right. Well, hey, let's quote. Hungry says to quote that from Everyone Loves Raymond. Holy crap!
yes,
It's
yes.
like, yeah, that was a very tight tunnel in there, but
It was.
it was manageable.
So
Just to take your time.
yeah. So we made it through Needle's
Mm-hmm.
Eye Tunnel, and
Mm-hmm.
now we stop off to see the world's largest. I don't know if it's the world's largest, but I say that
They
because
claim. I
it
thought they
sounds
claimed.
very impressive. The world's
Yes.
largest Smokey the Bear.
Now, yeah. This is really cool. We saw this from across the street. Didn't really have to go too close to it,
Yeah.
but we saw a couple of the neat little things around it. So,
Yes. We also
yeah,
met the Ninja Turtles made out of tree stumps. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I
yeah.
just took that picture. Just stunning like Ninja Turtles.
I thought he did. I thought he
Well,
did.
Stunning, if you're still here, these Ninja Turtles are for you. Cowabunga, dude. I don't know if they really said that or not.
I think one of them did. So,
Okay.
oh hey, Master says
Yes.
finally an action figure, and Hungry says
Yes.
Smokey.
Yes. It
Exactly.
was really cool because if you look, kind of, they're made out of like the um, shingles or, yeah, it just was really cool the way it was made. So the look of his fur, I thought that was kind of cool. And this was a thing that we found out for you guys. We use road trippers. These were like, as we're on our way, it showed us all these little places we could go and just see. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and this was one of those. And so it was just kind of a neat kind of stop and get up and stretch your legs and take a picture and, um, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, it was really good. The one thing though is always if there's a business,
Oh, yeah.
check their websites to make sure they haven't moved. We found
Yes.
that on one of them later
Yes.
down the road. But hey,
And then we didn't plan on stopping here, so we just kind of drove through
yeah,
Deadwood and took some pictures on the way to
they charge you
Devil's.
to park anywhere you want to park. It's like dang, and there's a parking meter
Yeah,
big time. So,
yeah.
but yeah, this is a
So
famous Calamity Jane and Ma Bell Hickok are buried there in Deadwood.
yes, yes.
So,
So that's kind of on our way to Tatanka Story of the Bison. So here's just some pretty pictures
mm-hmm.
um, of Deadwood
Yeah,
for what it's worth.
yeah. And there's a lot of history to it. There's a
Yeah,
TV show and everything else. So
yeah. But I have not watched the TV
I,
show.
I've known
So
other people that were going back through that area. They went through Deadwood too. I mean, the same
yeah.
things. They must have taken. Oh, Master says, go back and pick up those turtles for me, would you?
Okay, we will. The next time we're by there. No
All right.
problem. And then
No,
we stopped up at this.
If Hungry Boy buys the rental van for us, so the rental truck.
And then we stopped off here to Tonka Story of the Bison. This was actually, I don't know, it's a private it's a private enterprise, so it's not government funded.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin Costner had something to do with it. I don't know if he helped put funding into it, but with the Dancing with Wolves, a lot of the costumes and things from that movie were in the museum little area that they had here. But what I wanted to go here for was it has the world's third largest bronze statue. And when you see it, it is amazing. But we have to go through the museum first. You got to pay your dues to go see the amazing thing. So, once again, a star quilt. Um, um, and then here's just some artifacts and some stuff. They kind of describe what they are. And I thought this was really neat that they had a lot of stuff. All these places always have stuff with the bison
Mm-hmm.
or the buffalo. But I love this how they showed how they use all the parts of it. Um, and
Well,
then
even
they,
the bladder or stomach, the feet. Wow.
mhm. Yes, it just was amazing. And then they have kind of like a little display that had some of the different things that they used them for.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm just kind of
Yeah, there's just so much.
yeah,
a lot of these tell the same story. A lot of the different thing.
yeah. I mean, but
Oh,
they did not waste anything. It was
Arapaho. Squeeze says the Arapaho teaches too.
well. I read somewhere the Inuits when they would kill a whale or an animal, they used all of it. They didn't leave part of it. Um, and because it was disrespectful um, to the animal to uh, to do that. You're disrespecting, being disrespectful when you are wasteful.
Mhm.
And then, oh, here's the statue. This is the statue. I'm going to show some close ups of it. The lighting does not do
Mhm.
it justice. It was overcast. So
Yeah.
some of it was kind of hard to see, but we're going to do some um, close ups of it. Here's one for part of them hunting the buffalo. And I really, there's not a lot to say. It's just am kind of enjoying the mastery of it. I bet.
What gets me really is and I Maddie's daddy says so cool. Thank you for looking and feedback there too. Is just the intensity, the detail, the attention to detail that really looks authentic. I mean, you see the muscles in that horse.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a plain horse. I mean, the horse has got hooves up. I mean, it's in action. The
Mm-hmm.
bison looks like he's going to ram to, protect himself. You got that matted hair and stuff like we've seen in
Mm-hmm.
the real life things. It just the detail is what amazes me.
Right. And here's another where you can see the muscles in the. This is another angle of that one. The muscles in the horse, the muscles in the the man, the rider, uh,
Mm-hmm.
the look. I mean, there's an arrow in
Well, the Hungry
in
says attention in the legs of the horse.
yes.
And Hungry actually says, Madam Dadman, the overcast lighting makes the photos great.
Oh well, good. I was worried because it was so hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's one where they have fallen. Now this one was kind of a hard one picture to take. I mean, it was difficult. Not it just was. I don't know if I got the best angles of it. But what I believe I read is that what they would do is that they would, if you look at the main one, this is like representative of a cliff, and they would kind of herd the buffalo over the cliff, and so you'll see some of them that are falling. Um,
Mm-hmm. Really was really another thing really impressive in person.
mm-hmm. Yes, but you like say see the texture and the eyes, even though they're the eyes are still soulful. And there you see his face, even though it's further away. Him chasing the bison to get them to run
Well, see that
over
you
the
just
cliff.
mentioned about even this. These are statues. These are monuments that and you see the soul in the eyes. It's really amazing when you can do that with uh, inanimate objects.
Hmm.
Compared to the real life bison that we saw so up close that you did see
Right.
that life in the eyes. You could see it, and for it to translate into the art is just
Hmm.
incredible that they're able to communicate it to that detail.
Yes. And this is them being driven over the cliff. Some of them as they're falling.
No.
It just was an impressive, such an impressive um, uh, statue. And
Another.
it was Hungry was saying the tension in the legs of the horses. Yeah, the even though it's not moving, you feel like they're gonna trample you. You feel like you're waiting for them. It's like you feel like they're like just stopped for a moment and they're gonna just start running anytime.
Yeah.
Just this was kind of expensive to go to. Um, but I do. I am glad I went.
Right.
But
Yep. And the textures on the bison. So
mhm,
exactly.
yes,
Well.
just kind of letting the pictures a lot of times speak for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's really all you can do. So.
like I said, I tried to get some good angles, some different perspectives. Just the muscles, and the movement of the cloth and um, the arms, and his hair is just as he's going forward. Just the movement in the static um,
Mm-hmm.
is it's just
Oh, look at what Hungry says that as a comics artist, the anatomy on the warrior is perfect.
wow. I'm so glad that there's someone here that can see it and through those eyes. I just look at it and go, I just in awe and in awe of it. Um, it's just
Mm-hmm.
what a novice,
Absolutely.
uneducated in that. So that yeah, this is
Oh,
kind of a I think this was the last one I did. I just like the kind of the silhouette against the sky of him chasing the buffalo, the bison over the cliff.
yeah.
Um, so, like I say, this was a little expensive, but I think um, it it was worth it to see it. I was a little disappointed when I went, but having come back and looked at the pictures, um, I am I am happy that we went.
Oh, I am too. I mean, the whole trip, everything we did, I don't regret anything. Actually, what we joked about was there are only two places we didn't enjoy, and they were both food places.
And
But
yes, but that's okay.
but that's minor.
Yeah,
Hey, this was
yes.
cool. Like you
And
said, it
then
was a little steep for the admission, but it's still
I
well,
don't think
especially and because really, remember, even though it was after Memorial Day, they're still shut down for the winter months. Some of the roads had just recently opened, also,
mhm,
so not everything at this place had been reopened either.
right.
So you know, um,
So now we're on our way to Devil's Tower or Bear Lodge. It's both things.
so the native name for it's Bear Lodge.
I believe so. I think
Okay,
that's what I read.
all right.
So we're driving, and there's some pretty land, and then there's some pretty land.
Yeah, we don't have it here. Oh,
And then
there's
we
some.
saw some deer somewhere. I think the deer we saw were up here. And
Yeah,
okay, I wasn't going to say anything, but I don't think these were the deer that we really saw. I just put
yeah.
it there so we could talk
We
about.
did have deer on the way to Delver's Tower where we had to stop, and they ran across the road. There was a
Yes,
lot.
yes.
It was
But I
interesting.
don't think those were the deer. I think these were
No, it's okay.
they're the faux deer.
Faux deer.
But we did see some there.
Yep.
And then our stop 5,
Mm-hmm.
which I would have liked to have been here at night, but we couldn't because of the drive we had.
Were you at this point? Were you start? Yeah, you were starting to collect the Lego figures, right?
Yes.
All right. So
Yes, I think did I start getting them here?
I don't know if you started here or back at you. No, I think you did back at Rushmore, if not
I
before
did
Rushmore.
Rushmore.
Badlands, maybe.
Yeah, but
Might have been
probably
the
better.
Badlands. So
I'll have to show those on the last stream as the
yeah,
Legos I got.
exactly.
So Devil's Tower National Monument.
I couldn't believe how many Legos they had, though. It's just they kept
So
growing.
so it's like okay, driving up,
Now
we
this
go,
is the
wow, that's
this is
big.
this this is the this is the place that is used in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, correct?
Yes. Da
Okay.
da da. And is that just beautiful? I don't know why I just think that's so beautiful. Hey, Ang.
Hey, Poggers, back to you, kid. Thanks for swinging by. Make sure you hit that like button before you leave. Hey, but hang around with us. See a few of the pictures your mom took.
The people actually climb up this,
Yeah.
um, which is um, could
Oh, I
be
guess it's in the movie they made mashed potatoes out of it,
yes,
right?
yes,
Okay.
yes. They had mashed potato. Who made? Was it Richard Jarvis who did the mashed potato mountain?
I think so.
Um, so this kind of describes some of it. They say that
Oh, Buddy, to your point, that Buddy says the tower is amazing at night.
I know I would love to, but
Thank
we
you
would
guys.
have to.
I gotta say, thank you guys that are still here lurking and yeah and just watching this. Thank you for sharing this with us and the missus hard work putting these slides together. So thank you and thank you for your feedback on your personal trips to these places. That's really nice to know. And Hungry said yes, Dreyfus.
So they say the tower came to be is that they would climb up on top of this to be safe from the bears, and the bears would be trying to climb up, and that's how their claws scratched the holes, the lines into the tower.
Yep.
But and they say that uh, they have many names of there are many names for this. Several call it Bear Lodge for the many grizzly and black bears that lived here. The name Devil's Tower originated during an 1875 scientific expedition to the Black Hills. The commander in charge of the military escort, Lieutenant Colonel Richard Dodge, wrote that the Indians called the shaft Bad God's Tower, and he modified the name to Devil's Tower. They still debate whether the name change was intentional or due to mistranslation. Some American Indians feel the name Devil's Tower is inappropriate and have lobbied for a name change. Uh, Park staff work with the tribes and all visitors to educate people about differing cultural perspectives. This is considered a holy place by a lot of Native American tribes. Um,
One of the
so,
things that they told you about because in the trees the tribes can go and they wind chime prayer. I'm trying.
they tie, I think it's pieces of cloth to the trees and
They
their
put
prayers
their
and
prayer thing and they tell you don't and not try to not even take pictures of it. Just respect it
it's
and
yes,
leave them
it's
alone. Yeah.
and there are certain months out of the year that are considered sacred, uh, more sacred, and they can't demand it. I guess I don't know why, but they ask the climbers not to climb the tower during those times, the special um, uh,
Yeah, like I
seasons and
think June
stuff.
or something. Yeah, there's a month and it's basically you got to plan ahead and
So
yeah.
uh, yeah, it's a balance between it's a tourist destination, but it's also a sacred um, place,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a very tricky, tricky balance there. So yeah. Mm. So this talks about the how the columns, um, and they say that they've fallen at the bottom of the tower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is another site we did not have a lot of time for
No, and I was
because
tired, and I had you walk around there.
yeah, it just we had thunderstorms around and things like that, and just was a.
Yeah.
But I mean, we saw what we wanted to. We saw the monument, this the Bear Lodge. We saw what we wanted to see.
Right. And this talks about how the columns were formed, which I think is really interesting. If you're watching this on playback, you can pause and read. I am not
That's
going to read
awesome.
it all today, but for your education, you may pause and read
Well,
it
why
at the
don't you
living.
zoom it in really, really close for a
Okay,
second?
well, let me do this one first,
Okay. Oh man.
and then we'll do this.
Yep.
We'll do. I don't think we'll be able to read this one. That
Yeah,
one
you
might be
can
hard.
read it if you pause it right. You can actually. You gotta
And
have
then,
good eyes. So, but yeah.
that's actually the rock field.
Yep. I was able to
I
get
will say,
close to that. So,
I will say that Dadman is the one that went behind to get these pictures. I was tired and I sat and I looked at what I bought at the store.
hmm, yeah, exactly. More Legos.
More Legos.
I wonder if you got everything. No, you didn't.
No, I didn't because I need to look online. You can buy them online.
Oh, really?
And this
Still.
talks about how tall the tower is. Washington Monument is 555 feet.
Wow.
Devil's Tower is 867.
That's almost as tall as the highest spot in Florida, which is just a little over 900 feet.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's over there in the pan. You know the spot. Yeah.
Yes. And they asked, why does it look green? Because there's lichen,
Like it.
lichen on the rock, which is a moss.
Hmm.
And then the top of the tower. It talks the geometric shapes of the tower's column lie beneath a thin layer of soil. Sagebrush, native grasses, and prickly pear cactus grow at the tower summit. And chipmunks, wood rats, and snakes call it home. Yeah, I want to climb up there and meet them.
Hmm.
Climbing biological, climbing oh, sorry. Climbing biologists keep track of the plant community here. Rock climbers tackling the upper portion of the tower complain about the clumping rock and droppings from nesting rock doves, also known as pigeons, as they reach the summit. But the view makes the messy last few yards worthwhile. Oh, so they don't like all the bird poop. Well, then don't climb up there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's their home. You're just a visitor. And then there's another picture through the trees because I thought that was pretty.
It's just amazing how the green vegetation amongst all the desolate, rocky areas. We saw
Hmm.
that over Badlands and other places. Actually, one of our hairpin turns, I think, but from here to Cody, looking up, there was like a tree on a cliff all by itself.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, hello.
I don't think we got a picture of it. We commented on it. So, all right, on the way to Cody, Wyoming.
Yay, finally. We're almost done, guys. And imagine how we felt. We were like exhausted. We had a busy
Dodging
2 days.
thunderstorms too along the way.
Yes,
We did a lot of ups and
yes.
downs and ups
Just
and downs. And Hungry
just
Sand, perfect photo composition.
well,
So,
thank you. Thank you. And then just some rocks. And these were all while we're driving. I'm
yeah.
like, oh, we didn't stop for any of these. So they're through windows and such. And then Thermopolis, you had me take that sign because you were like we were going.
It sounded Greek to me. So,
Yes,
but
just
see,
a bit.
this was after we did a lot of up and downs and we had that water, that really, really cool water. And there was one spot that I pulled off because I'm like, that's sand. And you're like, no, that's snow. That's
Oh,
sand,
that's
that's snow.
right. Yeah.
So I went over there and I touched the snow. It was like ice, like a snow cone type of ice. It was like really, really crazy.
Yeah,
So
yes.
I was a kid in a candy store. I did a video of it another time
Yes.
too. So
And
me
this was
too.
just a beautiful sunset.
Exactly.
Meechi, Wyoming. I just thought that was
I like the way it tells you where you're positioned. An interesting name.
yes, if they're taken from my phone, just my phone, it tells me where the photos were taken. It gives me a location. Um, So I think that Thermopolis sounds like a city in the DC universe. Yes, I'm going to Thermopolis now.
I'm going to Thermopolis.
And this was the weirdest cloud formation, this next one. And we took it because it just looks so weird. It looks like that's my hand or something. That is clouds.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was the most interesting clouds. Yes, at this point we were getting. I took pictures of some strange things.
Exactly. But it's like it's not as bad as another night that we're going to tell you about. Sure, there was a riot. I
Oh,
wish we would have had recorded.
oh, I'm so
Uh,
glad it got recorded. And then we're at our hotel, and we're at
Yay!
Cody Legacy Inn, and just had to kind of show some of the inside because it was just really.
Mm. Did you happen to? You didn't have a picture of the bus outside. That was me.
I did not see the bus. No.
So it was like a July 4th red, white, and blue
Oh no, I
event
did.
bus.
Did
So
not see that one in here. Sorry.
that's okay.
And then
Very rustic, very
yes, and you had
Western looking.
and if you look back, you had to climb up the stairs to get to your room, and we were over in that area, I believe. And I was tired and I was lazy. I did not want.
Yeah. But hey, it was
And then it is the end of day 8.
yes, oh heck, what a wonderful room. Yeah, the design. Which
Yes.
was interesting seeing when I finally dawned on me, like we'd already stayed many places, then all of a sudden we got here, it's like, hey, there's no central AC. There's no air vents.
Mm-hmm.
Duh. So they're fans. They had fans.
Yeah.
So the good old Southern boy's like, hey, that is completely different, my friends.
Yes. This was
And
this was one of the first hotels we were at that actually had character to it.
yeah, I would say I agree with that. That was it was really an amazing hotel.
The second one in Yellowstone, the Old Faithful Inn, we were in the original part, and that had a lot of character.
Yeah, the rest of the family got the new part. We got the
Yeah.
original part. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually had no bathroom.
Yeah, but it had a wash basin or running
Mhm.
water basin in the
Yeah.
bedroom. So it was really, really cool. And
Which we'll see that tomorrow.
all right. So absolutely. And like I said, some of these other hotels had a little character for their, that Custer was like a motor court. That's what I meant. At the Custer Hotel, when we walked out, it was like a big motor court, like one of those 1970s hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
it was awesome. So,
Well,
all
guys,
right.
this was long, but I hope you enjoyed it because there was a lot, a lot of stuff that went on those 2 days, and so I did that so we could get to Yellowstone and spend just on Yellowstone tomorrow.
Heck, that day with Rushmore all the way to Crazy Horse. That was a long, long day.
It could have probably been a show, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Hungry Santa Fab stream. So
Well,
hey,
thank you.
Absolutely. So any other thoughts, Mrs.?
Well, I want to thank everybody who stayed to the end, came part way, lurked. Just appreciate it. Thank you for listening to me. Dadman, thank you for letting me talk a lot. I am sorry.
Well, no, because I know they like to hear from you a lot, and you know more of the history than I did, and you took the time to really study a lot of the stuff that was in here, and you did it justice and gave it respect for you being doing the talking more than me, because
well, okay,
you did. You really did.
But I just want to thank you for that, because not everybody who, even though I'm your spouse, this is your channel, and not everybody would do that, and I thank you for that so much.
Well,
I appreciate everybody that, like I said, that's been in the chat. And I hope you come and watch our other ones. Like I say, tomorrow is Yellowstone, and then
Mm-hmm.
on the back end, we do some neat things. We find some neat battlefields that where Dadman will kind of take the lead on, because when it comes to history, my mind is a sieve and it all leaks out. I appreciate parts of it, but he is really um, he just really, that's a passion of his. So um, I hope you guys come around for tomorrow, and then the next week after that, and then up until July 31st, when we get home.
You got it planned out for
Yeah.
us. But the Mrs. I just give you the same respect I give all the other guests because, like I tell them, it's your, what the whole point of the chilling type streams is to let people talk, hear what people have to say. I mean, like yesterday with Stunning, that was a heck of a stream. We didn't expect to go 3 hours, but let the guests have a voice, and I like because while you're talking, I'm learning and the
Mm-hmm.
guests and stuff like that and things like that. And I just like to do it. It's kind of, more about it. You have the passion. I'll let you talk. And hey, I'll just help facilitate with questions. And, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you doing these detour shows, not just this one, but we've done the Sugarcane Festival. We went to Palatka. We've done all kinds of, and hope to do more that are local. Buddy, if you're still out there, there is that one that's a VW graveyard. It happens, Rod. Rod, we like to have people chill and relax. So you're good. You're good. Just hit the rewind, hit like, comment and share it out later there. Hit that. Yeah, it's okay. You're good. We like when people relax and hang out with us. So, it's no problem. But hey, hit a comment when it's out there, share it out to people and help that algorithm. And Hungry's already excited for Yellowstone.
Oh, good. I am
So
too. I am
absolutely.
too.
I just wish we had a few more pictures of Cody. We should have probably done that. But we got in Cody so late, I should have made sure he had the bus. We had fun adventures in Cody. Cody's one of those towns, though, that would have been nice to have actually been in earlier at night. Yeah, and thank you. And thank you, Ron. Thanks for doing that. But, Cody was one of those towns that we got into just too late. It's a shame. But I mean, we would have missed out on other adventures because, like we've talked about, some of the lessons is maybe more stops or something instead of driving. So just a lot we learned on this trip. And Cody and Custer are two places I would like to go back. And spend some time, even if it's a
Mm,
night or something,
right.
like 2 nights. But it was awesome. So. Gosh, we got 11 people that came in. People coming in, hey, as we're getting ready to sign off. But it was a blast. Thank you for tonight. Hey, wait for Yellowstone tomorrow night. Can't wait to talk about it. I will definitely be talking a little bit more with Yellowstone. It was
Hmm.
very, very interesting. A lot of cool stuff there. Had got a experience of the lifetime for the first time. That we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, folks, we're about the halfway mark, I think, at this point when you look at the map. I'm just going to bring it up, and we're going to go ahead and say goodnight to everybody. At the risk of leaving people out, I don't go back through the chat. But hey, listen, make sure you hit that like button before you leave. If you haven't subbed, or if you've been desubbed, make sure you sub again and make sure it's all active and get the notifications for when we go live. But our 16-day adventure continues tomorrow on YouTube and Twitch with Yellowstone. All right. So 8
Woohoo!
p.m. tomorrow night. And join us for Yellowstone. Masters, good to see you. And I'm hungry. Woo! Like I said, Hungry's ready for Yellowstone. Who else is ready for Yellowstone? Oh, man. We've gone 3 hours. Can you believe that? That's what's
I
so
know.
funny. But hey, a lot of stuff. It's a great time. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. Real quickly, while we have the rest of the month, join me not only just tomorrow night with the missus for a great look at Yellowstone, but on Wednesday night, it's something different. We got Erica Sullivan. Somebody follow Twitter and YouTube. He talks comics and stuff. uh, on his YouTube channel. But he's a chef out of Boston, and I'm looking forward to talking some food, among other stuff. So join us Wednesday for another chilling stream. We're calling Cooking with Eric O'Sullivan on Wednesday night. So be sure to make plans for that. Saturday, we'll be chilling with Gary Kissel from Pop Culture Minefield. Cool dude. Likes to talk about some really cool stuff. So hope y'all join us Saturday at 5 for that. For what I'm going to think is going to be a different kind of and a really fun chilling stream with Gary. So appreciate that. And then hey, make plans next month, August 19th, 7 p.m. on a Saturday. It'll be the 1 year streaming anniversary. The 1 year streaming anniversary, yes. And you know what? Somebody quoted something once before, and I went back and did it. I know who the first. Well, of course, I put the first line in the chat because it was my show. But I know who was the first person to leave a comment in the chat.
Oh, wow.
I had to go back and look at it. I think it's really cool. Really special.
Very interesting.
And Squeaka's still here. Yeah, Squeaka, you mentioned Cody. Yeah, Cody's a town would love to have gotten to spend some time in too. It looked like it had some neat stuff. I think we were on the outskirts. Just a hell of a time trying to find that Wendy's, didn't we, Mrs.?
Yep. Got some souvenirs on the way.
Got some souvenirs from Cody, Wyoming, and hopefully you didn't get any, Squeaka. But hey, on that note, thank you all that have been here. Hope you liked our Cody Hotel, though. That was, like you said, that's the first time we really had a hotel with character. But wait till you see the hotel rooms. Well, I think the old inn was the one that really had the character with the lobby and stuff too. But come watch that tomorrow night. But hey, listen, as always, youtube.com, twitch.tv, Dadman Walking55. You can get the videos, live streams back there. Make sure you follow us on Twitch, subscribe on the YouTube side. Hey, take the YouTube videos, share them out to people, leave comments in the videos once they're posted. But follow me on Twitter at DadmanWalking55. That's where you'll need to go when I go live at the moment's notice. Do impromptu streams like last night's wonderful 3-hour midnight show that was incredible. And thank you all for following. But hit that bell on YouTube, get the notifications. But Twitter will be the backup case for that. So with 11 great people in this chat, we got 2 that came in on the Twitch side. So hey, you Twitch guys out there, glad to have y'all out there. And 8 on the YouTube side. Thank y'all all for your attention tonight. Thank you for your interaction. Thank you for participating. Thank you for sharing your stories, memories, and other things that you know about what we've seen tonight. And it's always a blast. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern again, where we will talk, look, and see everything that is Yellowstone. Bye, all.
Bye.